Hello. Is my sound good, everyone? Can you hear me? Let me know because my Wi-Fi has been acting up. I see the avatar moving, but I don't know if everybody can hear me. Let me know. Uno, dos, tres. Uno, dos, tres. All right, can I be heard? Now, I wonder why everybody. Okay, perfect. Why does everybody have that little blue shield? Is that something new? I know, Fulana. I'm gonna wait for you though, but I don't know why everybody has that blue shield. Hey, Rich Martinez, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. I hope you saw the thumbnail, Rich. We're going to talk about Mr. Bad Bunny and this halftime show that I guess the country was a little bit divided on their opinion depending on which side of the fence you're sitting on, you know. Oh, YouTube changed it. What did they do? What does that mean? What are those blue? It's a blue shield though. What does it mean? Oh, for the people that have wrenches, is that what it is, Rich? I think that's what it is. That's the only thing that looks a little bit different, right? Uh-oh. And I'm missing giving people some wrenches too. Let me see. Ah, it's the new wrench. Okay, but they made it a shield now. I guess that's what it is. Because I see Delta One doesn't have one, but I'm gonna give you one, Delta. Because you always support. Let's see. It's a new wrench. No wrenches, just shields. It kind of makes sense though, right? That you have a shield, because that's basically what it is. It's kind of like protection. It's not so much, you know, you can't do anything with it. You can't really fix anything with the wrench. So YouTube has been the past like 3 months. YouTube is making a lot of updates. Hopefully they will not hit me too hard when I start playing these videos and stuff. I'm gonna, I guess, give my little monologue, but I'm gonna wait for Fulana too, because I know she has some opinions on what's been going on the past few days regarding the Super Bowl halftime. The fact that I believe that this Super Bowl halftime it's just another big distraction, right? Like I was saying on my last live that, you know, every week something new comes out, even though we knew that the Super Bowl halftime was going to be hosted by Bad Bunny. But, you know, something to distract us from the stuff that we really need to be aware of and what we really want to know, you know. But, yeah, I saw it and I liked it and it was cool. It was nice, you know. Let's see. I want to talk about the Super Bowl halftime. I want to talk about how Latinos are represented on the Super Bowl. I want to talk about how some people were really pissed off, thinking that the game was just, yeah, Megyn Kelly she did, Irby, but it's like, I know it's an American pastime. It's an American sport. Football's the only sport played the way it's played here, you know? Every place else football is soccer for us. So it's like, I get it. It's America's pastime, but Puerto Rico is part of America. So, you know, they can't be upset about that. And a part of the fact that Puerto Rico is part of America, Puerto Rico is also a Latino or Caribbean Latino country. So, of course, most Latinos are going to stand in solidarity. Definitely, Rich, are going to stand in solidarity with what's going on with ICE. So, what did they think, that he wasn't going to mention that? And, you know, I think there's enough Hispanics here in the United States for them to know how we move, how we feel about who we are, our culture, where we come from. I mean, it's obvious, and it's like any other culture, any other ethnicities that come to this country, be it Japanese, be it Chinese, be it Indian from India, be it, you know, anywhere in Africa, Arab countries, you know, everybody represents. I mean, I'm from New York. Everything's like a melting pot there. So, you know, we see parades for different cultures. We're used to that. So, you know, some people get upset like, well, why you weren't parading your flag and doing this or doing that? You know, I don't know about really any other states except for here, Texas, where I'm at, where I do see the Mexican flag. And of course I see the American flag, and Texas has its own flag, the Lone Star flag, and people fly that proudly, and nobody gets offended by who has their flags and who's representing their country or their culture. In New York City, you have the Puerto Rican flag, you have the Dominican flag, you have the Cuban flag, you have the Jamaican flag, you have the Italian flag, you have the Irish flag. Every time there's a parade, people are standing up and standing strong for their culture and what they believe in, and being proud of who they are. Irby said they are mad because it was in English. Oh, it wasn't in English. J-Lo performed, they didn't complain. Oh, Irby, Shakira too. And as a matter of fact, Bad Bunny performed with Shakira at one of the Super Bowls. I don't know if it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but he was in it and they were singing in Spanish. So I think it's just the environment that we're in today, you know, with all these wanting to deport Hispanics, Latinos and stuff like that, that people because of the administration are making themselves feel more sensitive about it. We know what country we're in. We know who runs the country. Bad Bunny hosting the halftime show isn't going to change politics. It's not. It's just confirming how a lot of us feel. He's not changing anything. Obviously, nothing's going to happen with the administration because Trump said it was the worst Super Bowl he's seen, the Super Bowl halftime he's seen. And I know he was sitting there watching it because nobody was really watching the Turning Point one. I mean, I caught a snippet of it, and it was what's his name, Kid Rock, and I was just like, oh, it looked awful. And I swear I looked at it for like 5 seconds. Cuban Crisis, good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Please hit that like button, people, on your way in. But yeah, it was horrible. Oh, you saw it, Irby? Because I looked at it no lie for like 5 seconds, and I was like, ooh, who is watching that? I would have watched some K-pop group, hosting a halftime at the Super Bowl before I would have watched that. Not because it was Turning Point, just because it wasn't anything I wanted to listen to, Kid Rock when's the last time Kid Rock had a record? I didn't watch it at all. Didn't know it existed. Yeah, they wanted to counter it, and it's ridiculous because Bad Bunny, he won Best Album of the Year? Was that it? I didn't watch the Grammys, but I believe he won Album of the Year, or he's not a new artist, so it had to be Album of the Year. So I mean, come on, what is the problem? They said Kid Rock lip sync. Why does he have to lip sync if he's rapping? I mean, why would he have to do that? It makes no sense. Let me see if I can. Don't laugh. I'm gonna see if I can pin the link. Un momento. Now I gotta remember how to do this now again. Is that it? No. Give me a second, PayPal. Oh, it's not that. I swear, this should be like riding a bike, but it's not. Let me see. Should be here. Oh, here it is. I swear to you, Esta vieja is gonna get it together at some point. Okay, they said it was pre-recorded. Really? It was pre-recorded? That's horrible. That's horrible. Why would they need to pre-record it? Because they wanted to watch the halftime game. That's why they pre-recorded it. Here we go. Okay, I did it. They pre-recorded it because they wanted to watch the halftime game. I'm sure half those people that were watching the supposedly looking at the Turning Point Super Bowl halftime special, they were paying attention to the other ones. They had to. Irby, your flag was there too. What flag? Oh, you're terrible. There was I saw a video and I forgot to download it of this man who was in a sports bar and he was watching the Super Bowl, and when Bad Bunny came on, the owner switched it to the Turning Point one. And that man was so mad. He was like, I paid to come in here. I paid to, watch the Super Bowl here. I want my money back, blah, 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 blah. It was crazy. And the guy, they were like, well, we're an American bar and we're watching an American game and we're going to watch Turning Point. We're not going to listen to it in Spanish because none of us know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Well, long story short, he ended up giving the guy back his money, and they kind of like threw him out. Karen and Ken like our food, exactly, our island, our skin color by tanning, but don't like our language, facts. But somehow know some words in Spanish when it's time for rent. Yes, time for rent, time to get you to go buy something in their stores, anything, Rich. I mean, come on, man. Hispanics have been in this country for forever. You could say forever because Mexico, where I'm at in Texas, this used to be Mexico, so they always been here. So you got to cut it out. Oh, hold on. Hey, Fulan, I wasn't even looking at the screen. Close the window.
I just went in.
Huh?
I had the other window open.
Yeah. So yeah, Rich, you're right. I still hear an echo. Hmm.
The fuck?
You should have two windows, StreamYard and then YouTube. So all you gotta do is close the YouTube one. Let me listen to you one more time, and if it's still on, I'll kick you out. Then you can come back in.
All right. How about now?
Perfect. Oh no, I still hear it.
What the fuck?
You want me to
All
kick
right.
you out, then you come back in?
Yeah, I'm gonna come out.
Are you doing it from your cell phone? Okay, she's out. Yeah, did you guys hear echo? I heard an echo. So yeah, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was cool, and it's crazy because his song. I enjoyed Lady Gaga. That was beautiful, Lady Gaga. I love that. I seen 3 videos online where channels are lying about not having the American flag. How could you not have the American flag? How could you not know that you're in the United States for what 15 minutes, maybe less than 15 minutes that he did what he. I mean, I swear, people are acting more sensitive than they need to be. And I think it's just using their platforms to talk ish. Rich, I think that's all it is. They don't care. They don't really care. They don't
How
take us
about
that
now?
seriously. That perfect,
Okay.
perfecto. So, girl, this let me see if I can just play one part of it. Hold on. Wait, you know what? Let me just put this little banner here. Wait, let me go to the comments. I gotta remember how to do this. Okay, let me
Irby,
do
both of my
that.
flags were there.
And he mentioned every country,
Mm-hmm.
every single country he mentioned, which was dope. All right. Yeah, we can see that. And now let me try to play that one little snippet. I didn't upload all the videos you sent, Fulana, because I think I can get in trouble for that one. But this one, you know, fair use. This
Mm-hmm.
is just for commentary. Wait, I put the wrong banner up. Hold on. This is the one I want. That's the one I want. Okay. Let me play it. Get ready, people. Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Perú, Ecuador, Brasil, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Panamá, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, México, Cuba, República Dominicana, Jamaica, Haití, Antillas, United States, Canadá, Guatemala, Ibarra, Puerto Rico. Seguimos aquí. Fuácate. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it. I
I
really
enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
it.
It was nice.
Right? Did it move you in any way? Did you like
Yeah, it was
you
nice.
just
I honestly, I didn't even watch the game. I just waited and I said, okay, what time is this thing coming on? I turned it on. I watched the whole thing and then I turned it off.
I think everybody did that. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying did you enjoy it? The halftime show because I don't even like sports.
I
I
No
don't
one's
watch.
even talking about the sport.
I didn't even know who lost. I was like, oh,
Well, the
the
Seahawks
Patriots
won, which
lost. I
I'm
guess it's a big
happy
deal.
because
Hmm.
it's a woman-owned business. I know, and she inherited from her brother or whatever. Big deal. At least she didn't donate to the Cheeto. The
Right,
other guy did, so he lost.
right,
Good for him. But other than that, no one's talking about it. Even the people who are complaining about the Bad Bunny performance. If it's
right.
so American and it's American football, why didn't you focus on that?
Exactly. I didn't even know who lost.
Why didn't you change the channel like the other 5 million people that did? Why didn't you turn on Turning Point and watch your trash?
Please, people had money on the game, I'm sure, and all that, so they were gonna watch it. So, like I said, they just utilizing this environment to talk ish. Like, come on, man. I
Right.
think for the most part everybody enjoyed it. Did you like Lady Gaga's part? I liked that she sung it, but I was like, where's Bruno Mars? Why did she sing it by herself?
Well, why Bruno's Mars? But he's another subject right now. But
But aren't both of them on the song? I thought it was his song featuring her or vice versa. I don't know.
I don't know. But you heard Bad Bunny, "Eso lo que querían," and Cookie Cutter, White Blonde. This is what y'all
That's what you
wanted.
want.
There you go. You
Mm,
got it. Here, I gave it
right.
to you. And they wasn't happy with that either.
Because she kind of sang with an accent. She went a little extra,
She was super extra.
right?
I
I
was
was
like,
like, is she
wow.
singing with an accent that he doesn't have? Irby, did you notice that? Lady Gaga Latina now. They're calling her Titi Gaga. I saw a couple of videos on TikTok calling her Titi Gaga. I said, okay. That done upped her notoriety. Oh, I can't even say that word. So, Fulana, anything else regarding Bad Bunny?
Sorry, hold on, because somebody texted me.
Okay.
Um, Anything else? I think he did a great job. I wish he would have had another artist there. I mean, Ricky Martin was there for a millisecond, but he
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of other nice songs that he could have added. But other than that, it was great.
Which one would you have wanted to hear?
None in particular, but mostly the older ones, I guess, because that's when I was outside. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha,
Why
gotcha.
did Ricky Martin sing? He sent Ricky Martin just sent like a little message, like he didn't want it to be like Hawaii. They're saying they don't want
Yes,
them
and
to
that
take
makes
over
sense.
Puerto Rico like they took over Hawaii. He was
Yes,
just sending
yeah,
a
and that
message.
that part made sense. Cuban Crisis said, "Why the f?" Oh yeah, horrible. No, I mean it wasn't bad. Cuban Crisis, it was bad in mind. Ricky Martin there. I mean, I actually liked it. Mark Anthony would have been. Oh yeah, of course. If my Flacco was there, I would have loved it. But he said I saw a video on him too, and he said he loved it. Everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. And I think Cardi B didn't perform Irby because it would have took away, I think, from what Bad Bunny was doing because they was like she should have did her song, but I think it would have been too much. I think
Yeah, doesn't her concert like start tomorrow or something or this week?
it is this month, so I'm not sure, but I think it would have took away from all the hype about him being there and performing whatever message he was trying to put out there. So you said it was bad. I think only one part was bad, but I barely saw it. But I got a complaint on a post that I put on there saying it was basura because of that one part.
Which
But
part?
but I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't watch it. I
People who
don't know
think that
nothing
highly of
about
it has
football.
tendencies.
Straying, I don't know anything about football either. I just watched it for the halftime. And most years that I do watch it for the halftime. Like last year, I watched Kendrick Lamar. I only watch it for the artist. I don't like sports. I don't care for sports. I don't watch it. Oh, I heard that for one.
I'm
Is that me?
typing and I'm typing
Oh,
and I move my laptop.
oh, okay. So welcome in, Strang. Welcome in. I hope you hit the like button. But so you didn't watch it at all, and you don't know nothing about football. And you didn't even bother to watch the halftime. The song Ricky Martin sang is a great song. I
You're on
think
YouTube and you have social media. You've seen something.
true. The song Ricky Martin sang is a great song, but I think in Brava Salsa style would be fire. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was the halftime show. Piers Morgan described it as a Broadway musical like on steroids or something like. So they had to do a lot in a little bit of time. So I guess the star of the show is Bad Bunny, and he did it in his own salsa, method. Did he sing in Spanish or English? He's actually sang in Spanish. Um, I think he said America in English, but everything else I think he said in Spanish. Hey, Third Ward. I know I called you up, buddy. Here, the halftime show is trash. And did you see the? Yes, I did see it. I didn't. I saw like a little. I told you I saw like a little bit of it. The set was amazing looking. Yes, it featured. It featured everything. I liked it. I really liked it.
It was
The
similar to
Patriots
the
lost.
set that
I was
he
happy
had in
about that.
PR.
Huh?
It was similar to the set I guess he had in PR.
Right. I liked it. I can't understand a thing Bad Bunny says. I need a Puerto Rican translator. That's a
Oh
whole
my
fact.
god.
I'm starting to listen to Yeah, you ever listen to Reparto Fulana?
No.
Reparto is Cuban, like I don't know if it's trap music or just like more urbanized music. And I swear there's a guy that looks like Tupac that I'm gonna play his song because I try to do like a little intro thingy here. It's a very, very rough draft, so it's gonna look a little archaic, but the music
Hmm.
You barely understand what he's saying.
Oh my God.
So when he said he doesn't understand Bad Bunny is hard to understand too. I watched the video where they took away the music and you just had to listen to him. It wasn't.
Because
It
he
wasn't.
mumbles a lot.
Yes, and I think that's the style now. I don't know because, like I said, the guy I was listening.
Not
Oh, you
Pitbull.
didn't know his name is Oh, Cuban. I don't know, but I know you heard the song because I hear it all over TikTok. I was like, hey, catching a vibe with this reparto, you know. So not too bad. I would have rather they had Pitbull and reggaeton. Come on, third Pitbull. I think I only know one Pitbull song. There were Pitbull not popular anymore. Exactly, Pitbull's like he's up there now. His time has come and gone. This is the Bad Bunny era. Third, get with the program. Oh man, I should play that music. Apple Music was broadcasting it in English translate. Oh, okay, yeah. No one bothered to check that. They didn't want to. They wanted to complain. Rich, it's like just something to complain about. I can't stand when people do that. Hotel room service is a good Pitbull song. Oh, okay. You like that? What man names themselves Bad Bunny? Oh wait, I know. A Yag dude.
A multimillionaire.
Basically, I mean,
Period. Who cares?
I don't care as long
What man names himself Lil Baby?
Little Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. But let's not go there. I'm disappointed with salsa. I stick with the old school salsa only. No, I like the salsa of today. It's good. They're 20 years old. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're young. I mean, I listen to some things. I can tolerate certain music, not all of it, but I can listen to Bad Bunny. And like I said, there was I don't want to start singing it now, but that really like hit my heart. I was like, oh shit, that there's something behind it. I never paid attention to the song. I never paid attention to the words. J Balvin, Maluma are next. Well,
Okay, Irby.
Irby's in Miami.
Knowing all the artists.
Yes. I definitely don't know any.
I
Give
know
me a
most of
second.
them. Are next for what, Irby? Not Super Bowl. They're not doing that again.
But okay, let me see. I wanted to play another video that would get Ulana would. I'm sure she wants to talk about this, but let me
What is that?
see. Which one should I play first? I'm gonna surprise you. Which one should I play first? I'm trying to see in what order I should put this in, but okay, before I get to the next topic, let me just stick with wait a minute, I'm missing something.
Let's just all
I'm
agree he
missing
did a
one
great
video.
job.
Hold on.
And now he's
Let me
under
see if I can get that.
investigation.
I did. So I think somebody came on, but give me a second. I just blocked. I'm just trying to load
Irby, I
up
don't
this
know if
next
Tracy's
video.
gonna
Whoever's in
continue
the
to
back,
run
I
it.
hear you. Give me.
I'm going to check.
Yeah, this one. I was hoping you would come up. Hello, Introvert Boricua.
Hello, Titi, Juju. What's
Hello.
going on? What's happening, Fulana?
I
Hello.
can't hear you.
Hello, can you can't hear me? You can't hear me.
I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm like, she
Yes.
couldn't hear me either.
Oh, okay. How you guys doing?
No, at first I couldn't. I'm good. How are you?
Doing okay. Doing all right.
Okay.
Shout out to
What
the
did you
chat.
think?
I see you, RB, Cuban, Strange. What's going on with you guys?
Rich
Hey.
Martinez, your fellow paisa. What I was gonna say. So what did you think about the halftime show?
Hey. It was good. It was too short. That's the first thing that came to mind when when Benito was kind of like running out of the field. Uh,
Hmm.
I understand that he could only do so much with the time that he was allotted.
Right.
Um, but I did feel like it was actually too short because I thought it was actually really good. There were some things that may have had that could have been maybe better. Kind of like that was the first thought that came to mind. But I think it would have been better if he had enough time for kind of like let certain songs play a little bit longer, or maybe Ricky Martin being able to sing a few more, a couple of more words or something. And eh, I don't know. I think still that it was actually pretty good. It was.
So you feel
I,
like they should have given him more time?
yeah, yeah. If he could have performed a set that have been longer, and he could have been able to let some of his biggest hits to play, and I think it will have been better. But I understand that he had a time limitation and he could only pack in so much. He could only do so many songs, and sometimes it will only be the first few seconds. Like for example, Monaco, which is a song that I really like. He was only able to do like the intro that everybody has heard on TikTok, for
Right.
example,
Right.
or when he said, when Titi me preguntó, I hope that he could have done that song for a little bit longer.
I
Um,
think they didn't give him so much time because he had an agenda.
yeah,
It was a
no, no.
purpose. He was there for a purpose. That's what I'm. That's a better word for it.
Oh,
He
he had a
was there for
message.
a purpose.
He
Yeah.
had a
So I
message.
think that's why they didn't allot him so much time.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
Don't they all get the same amount of time?
no. I think I've seen artists like oh, I think when Michael Jackson was there, he was there for a
I will
minute.
have to watch
Well,
that
Michael
one.
Jackson
And
was like one of the first.
well, it was the
Yeah.
first one. It was the first one that really showed what it could have been done on a Super Bowl, on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Beyonce
That
too.
was the
He had a
one.
lot of time.
Yeah, that was kind of like the turning point for that. It was before that. When it comes to Super Bowl performances, that is before and after Michael Jackson did it. So it really showed what it could have been done, and it set the viewership records at the time that stood all the way. He had the record for viewership all the way until Kendrick.
Mm,
Only Kendrick was able to get a little bit more viewership in the millions, and
right.
it's estimated that now Bad Bunny had maybe a little bit more than Kendrick, but there are
Mhm.
estimates that go on and say that he could have gotten as much as 142 million viewers. Now, Michael Jackson, it was like 133 or so, or 34, and Kendrick may have done like 135
Right.
point something. And
Oh wow, really?
yeah, and it was something like that. It was something like that. But maybe now, maybe right now, Bad Bunny may be number one right now, but I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know the exact number. It's just that I hear different estimates. I have heard estimates
right.
that go as in him edging out Kendrick Lamar, but there are
Hmm.
estimates that go all the way to like 142
Was the
million.
game played in other on other media platforms outside of the United States? Because Bad Bunny is worldwide. He's not just like
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand that.
North and South
Yeah, there are a lot
America.
of people around the world.
So
A
Bad
lot of
Bunny
people.
did get the highest views at
Oh, he did.
135.4, and Kendrick was at 133.5, it says. And right
Gotcha.
underneath that is Usher, then Rihanna, then Michael Jackson. That
Oh,
says a lot.
okay.
Um,
Oh, I see. I see.
and
Rihanna.
they're 12 to 14 minutes max.
Yeah,
Mm,
something like
okay.
that. I was
So
thinking
they
about.
have it's a lot to cram in, and Bad Bunny
Yeah,
has a lot of good songs.
He sure
yeah, yeah.
does.
He does have his career. Those goes back 10 years already. I mean, I know
You
that
see, I
there's
didn't
a
even
lot of
realize
people.
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's already been around for 10 years. I mean, a little over 10 years ago, he was bagging groceries at a supermarket. I mean,
Wow.
so in 10 years, he did that. In 10 years, he went from bagging groceries at a supermarket in his hometown
Hmm.
to where he's at right now, to doing the Super Bowl.
You know, he said they said he had to wear a vest.
Well, it looks right now on the at the show. It did look like he was wearing maybe like pads. You know that the football players wear
The
pads on
shoulder pads, right?
the shoulder parts on the under the uniform. It did
Hmm.
look like he was wearing something inside because his torso, his shoulders were looking much bigger, and his torso was looking wider. But also,
Yeah,
if
because
you
he's tall, but he's not that big. He's very tall, though.
yeah. No, but he's lean. He's lean. He's
Right,
tall. He's lean. He's not like bulky. He's not.
right.
He doesn't have like a bulky physique. If you look at him at the Grammys, he was wearing a tuxedo, and usually a tuxedo is something like that is fairly form fitting. But his torso was looking big in his
They said he
shoulder.
wore it there too at the Grammys too, because he was getting a lot
That's
of
what
death
I'm
threats.
saying. That's
Mhm.
why I'm saying that because there is a rumor that he may have been wearing a bulletproof vest under that, and maybe that's why he was there alone. He wasn't with anybody and with anybody there. So and I have been fearing for his safety all this time because I mean they'll take out one of their own. Is the you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
And I was fearing that some Republican might try to take a shot at him.
and I think that's why he. And I don't think I heard him say it himself, but they were saying that he was wearing it for that very reason because he had to fear that somebody was gonna try to do something. And how sad is that? Like
Mhm.
he's not the first artist to protest what's going on in the government, in the world, in politics. Most artists, they
Mhm.
jump on board with that depending on what it is. Like when they had it during Vietnam, when they had it during the Gulf War. Like this is not unheard of. So what's the big deal?
No, but, well, he's Hispanic. He's a Spanish speaker, and
From a
and
U.S. territory, he didn't come from Venezuela.
people
He
don't
didn't
know.
come from
Yeah,
Colombia.
a lot of people over here, don't understand that, don't want to understand that. To them, he's still Mexican because
Yeah, that's true.
to them, all of us are a bunch of Mexicans. And you
Yeah, that's true.
mentioned something about Puerto Rico, and they start wondering where in Mexico is that located because that's their ignorance, the level of ignorance. They don't know geography. They don't understand uh, how does it how is it distributed outside of the United States. I mean, and the failure of the education system. Um, the island Mexico. But there are people in this country, particularly the uneducated, that Agent Orange likes so much that to them everything that is a Spanish speaker, that's Mexico, and we're all a bunch of Mexicans to them, and we have to stop trying to explain things to them because it is a waste of time. It will be like talking to a wall. We have
Yeah.
we have to let them believe that if they want to believe that, and they want to show their ignorance by saying like stop speaking Mexican, speak
No,
American.
they're actually showing exactly who they are. The thing is, again, like the last presidency, he brings out the worst in people.
Yeah.
He brings out what people keep in the dark. He brings that out to light, and then we all just got to sit there and listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Irby, I haven't heard him. He's been kind of quiet. Maybe he's still on his little Africa kick.
See,
We are
the
the
grief
Black
that
Island,
after he
Mexico,
talks so much
and
shit.
Cuba is the Port Island.
After that's the
Mm.
grief after he talks so much shit against Africans and Caribbeans and against the African continent
Hmm.
because of the whole thing with I Show Speed, who did like an Africa tour,
Mhm.
and he was showing
Mhm.
the African continent in a positive manner. There he goes.
Well, why
There
did
goes
he want to be a
Tariq
part of that?
going over there, people treating him nice after he talked shit about them, and he was enjoying himself over there, only to come back and keep talking shit about them. Just
But
just
why did
just like like a white supremacist, because that's what they do. The few ones that travel, they go to some foreign place, they enjoy themselves, they get treated nice, they get treated decently, and they come back over here to talk shit about the place.
it's I don't know.
Fuck them. I mean, it's just the hypocrisy of it all.
Right. Mm-mm-mm.
So
I don't.
that's basically what from what I understand, that's what Tari was doing. He went to I think it was Senegal. He went to
Yeah.
Senegal, which was one of the countries that I Show Speed visited, and he was treated like family. He was treated like a celebrity. It was a big deal when he went over there. And then
Right.
you see a picture of Tariq, kind of like in the same location when there is this monument, this big monument of a man and a woman, and in Senegal. He took a picture in front of it after talking shit about Africans, because he has this hatred. He has this
No, it's fake.
hatred.
It's fake. It's fake because why? If I have this disdain for those people, I don't care what's going on in their country. I'm not going to go over there. What am I going to go over there for? Especially after I talk crap about you.
Yeah.
You know, that's like me talking about you and you have a party and I show up. Be like, well, you don't like me. What you doing here? You know.
Well, he's a cult
And he
leader.
has no shame. He has no shame though. Like he doesn't care.
No, he's a damn liar, and he's the leader of a cult. I have been calling it the FBA thing. It's a cult.
Yeah.
It is a cult. I have been calling it for years that it's a cult, and they keep confirming it, because you can't talk with his followers, because his followers will attack you. I've had to deal with some of those cult members myself. I mean,
he like you know, our president brings out the ignorance in people, right? So the worst of the worst come out when you know, like it's okay that you want to be FBA, Ramon. That's fine. It's all the negative stuff that comes up behind it. It's okay that you want to be like that, but you don't got to be shitty. Like you don't got to talk crap about other people to say I'm this, I'm that, you know. But
yeah, he talks about the pro-black stuff, but like Irby is saying, his wife has a white mom, and
yeah, she's Jewish actually.
and it has a white mom who was like a police officer or something like that. So the so-called
I thought
race,
she was Jewish. Yeah, his sister did marry a Mexican man. Yeah, sister's married. Yeah, so you know, it's like, how can you have these strong opinions and this is what you got going on in your family? I'm sure my family would look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, but the cult members don't care. The cult members don't say anything about that, because I mean that's like okay, because it doesn't
It's
matter.
a platform to jump on and shit on other people.
Because she's still black,
Yes.
and that very convenient thinking, and because being black, you can be of different skin tones and still be black, and that's the beauty of it all. But don't be too dark. Don't be too dark. FBAs will start saying, "Are you better?" And they start calling you foreigner.
Or if your hairline goes too far back. They love referring to that hairline.
Well, I think Tariq went all the way to Turkey to bring his.
No, but I'm talking about the other people's hairline he used to talk about, because he was losing his hairline, so he fixed his and then started talking about other people's hairline. Yeah, he went to Turkey. He fixed it. He got the Steve Harvey.
I read something about
lineup.
He
got the Steve Harvey lineup.
He went to Turkey to get his hairline back.
Yes, I used to laugh looking at him, Ramon, because I used to watch him in the beginning, and when he used to wear cornrows, and he used to, like, I don't know, however he has his setup in the studio, he must have a mirror where he used to look at him. You could tell he was looking in the mirror. He would purse his lips, like he almost trying to pucker, and I'm like, mira that thing.
Uh,
When the man is too much into himself, I start thinking twice about that. Like,
yeah, well,
what's he
yeah,
doing?
that's kind of suspect. It's kind of suspect when somebody starts at
You know?
themselves in the mirror, they start looking, they start doing that. Like, okay, they are too much into themselves. They may be narcissists, and
Exactly.
you have to be wary of somebody like that. I only look at myself in the mirror when I shave or something because I have to, but I don't stare at. I
Not
mean,
like that. Like, like he must be. It looked like he was looking at himself like, God damn, I'm pretty. Like that's what it felt like he was
no,
doing to
because
me.
it's not because it's not like he is Muhammad Ali. I understand why he will say that when he will say, "I'm so pretty." He will say that, but there was a reason for it. He was about loving oneself. Muhammad Ali, you will hear it I'm pretty. I'm so
But
pretty.
Muhammad Ali, that was his gimmick, right?
Yeah, that
That
was the
was his
gimmick,
gimmick.
and he knew that he was a good-looking guy, and he will go on and he will brag about that and things like that, and well, he could back it up with his talent and all that. But that was like you say, it was his gimmick, it was his thing, it was kind of like the way he will tease the opponents because he will tell them, look at him, I'm pretty and he's ugly and he will,
Yeah, but
the
that was
trust,
like a mind game for him. That's how he used to mess with his
yeah,
opponents. Like,
the trust talking. It was part of
right,
it was a strategy to it.
right. But the other gentleman I'm talking about is like, dude,
Yeah,
why you looking at stand at yourself like that? It was
yeah.
too funny.
No, and the thing is that I used to like what he did. I used to respect what he did back when he used to talk more about long before the whole red pill thing, when he used to talk about relationships and things like that, and how as a man one has to value oneself first before a man values puts all the value in a woman. I used to respect a lot of what he said because a lot of that did make sense. Now, when it comes to the pimping stuff, that's kind of like I ignore all of that because in his books he will be talking too much about kind of like pimping game and things.
I think
But
he's a wannabe actor, Ramon. He was trying to get his foot in the door somehow.
right,
So,
kind of.
and his most success to me is this FBA train. This is the
Yeah.
most success he's gotten.
No, he
So
was trying to
I'm
be a
gonna
rapper.
ride it.
He was trying to be a rapper too back in the 90s, and it
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying. He's trying something like he's trying to get into entertainment. We're talking about Tariq Nasheed, Blood Moon.
Hmm.
And yeah, I know on a Tuesday I'm not gonna be on too long. So, but I said let me try to. I was trying to do so much just to get on as early as possible, and I know that you guys are an hour ahead of me, so I didn't want to be on too late because I definitely got to work tomorrow. And
No, I'm in the same time zone as you. Remember, so
yeah, but everybody else is East Coast time. They're an
right.
hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
But
I don't
still, I was
punch a
trying to go on
clock. I'll
early.
be
So
fine.
No, actually, they should be going to bed earlier than us. In relation to us,
you
because
think?
they are their time zone is later. It's not like those in California. That's different.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody knows it's almost my bedtime. But yeah, I wanted to discuss Bad Bunny, and I wanted to move on to another topic. Is there anything else you wanted to touch with regards to Bad Bunny? Into Boricua Fulana?
Uh, Look, I'm very proud of what he did. I'm very proud of the success that he's having. I'm very proud of how he's uniting. He's being the big unifier right now because of
Of
the message
Latinos?
that he's having. He is promoting real unity, real like solidarity between peoples. I mean, he's pushing back against the whole this whole hatred and division that has been working to a great degree for the MAGAs. And he's doing that at the Super Bowl. That for the longest time, the football that was considered to be more of a
Mhm.
conservative thing, and him being able to do that. Now I understand that there is a commercial strategy behind that because the
For sure.
NFL wants to expand internationally, and what better way to expand internationally by by having the most international artists right now, because that's what Bunny is. He's the he's known just about everywhere in the world, the same way that Ricky Martin was in his
Yeah.
time, because before anybody knew, before a lot of people knew who Ricky Martin was in the United States, he was already well known in just about the rest of the planet. I mean, but he was singing in Spanish, and he was being listened to in different parts of the world. Now, there was the time that Ricky Martin was really big, followed by Shakira for like 20 years, where she was the global superstar. And
Right.
but it's been for the last few years, for the last what 3 years, is Bad
Hmm.
Bunny being like the most streamed artist in the world. So
Right. He's the most popular at the moment. That's why I'm just like,
yeah,
he's not just local, like,
yeah. No, no,
We
no. But
sure did, Blood Moon.
I know that he was in Menudo. I'm old enough to remember.
So am
We're,
I.
we're getting
So
old. We're
am I.
showing our age.
Yes.
Those of us,
Yes.
I was a little kid. I was a little kid when Menudo back in the 80s, when they were really big, and
Well,
I
remember they kept switching up because they were getting older. I remember the first Menudo. That's how old I am. The first.
yeah,
Okay, the
yeah. I
first. So,
remember. I
like,
remember when my sister would be listening to. She had some of their records,
hmm.
and that was before Ricky was in it, because it was later during the 80s when Ricky was added to the group, because when they will reach, when the members will reach, like, what was it, like 15, 16 years old, that's
Yeah,
when they will have
they
to
take you
retire,
out.
because
Yep, they take you out.
they will becoming too
Too
adult.
old.
They will be
Hmm.
getting too old in
Their
10
voice changes
years.
and all that. So
Uh-huh. The
yes,
voices
and
will start to break, and they
hmm
are sounding too adult, and they're gonna have it. They're gonna have that. Well,
they were out before
New
New Edition,
Edition.
Irby.
No, no,
They
no,
were
no.
out way before New
Menudo,
Edition.
Menudo started like in 1978 or so. The
Yes,
New Edition wasn't around
yes.
back then.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
Uh-huh.
But
And
yeah, I remember that.
maybe New Kids on the Block could have taken an example from Menudo, and because New Kids on the Block was later in the 80s. We're talking about years before the Backstreet Boys, which was
Hmm.
basically the same concept.
Yeah, but I love that group. I loved them growing up. But yeah, Fulana, any other last thoughts on it before I move on to the
I
next
think he
topic?
did great. I think he shared a good message. I think those who understood, understood. Those who didn't, we don't
Didn't
care.
want to.
Didn't
No,
want
that
to,
they didn't
didn't
want to.
care. Don't act
Yeah.
like they don't teach Spanish and French in school. You have options to learn these things in school. They
Spanish
offer
has
it
been the
here
standard. I
in
think
America. They offer it to the public school system. So these
I
people
think
want
for
to
the
act
past 40
ignorant.
years, Fulana, I think Spanish has been like the one that everybody, like, nobody really wanted to take French, and they
Exactly.
supposedly they wanted the easy credit, so they would take Spanish. So I mean, let's
And
clear it
let us
out.
remind you, America does not have an official
Not yet,
language.
but he's trying.
But I'm
He's
sure this
trying.
pedo is going to do everything he can in
He's
his little
trying.
pedo power to make
Okay,
it
you just
happen.
said the key word there that I didn't want you to say, but
I'm
I'm
not allowed
going
to say
to.
that word.
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
Censorship.
I don't know. YouTube, yeah, YouTube is kind of. Uh,
How would
they've
I?
almost lost.
How do you describe such thing then? Do you say the full
How
word?
do they say it here? What do they call them here? They call them. I know they use another word for it on other streams I've seen, but just say what you want. Hispanics don't understand Bad Bunny. He sounds like he has a sausage in his throat. I'm gonna play a song. I'm gonna play his Cuban song. Blood Moon is the same thing that I had to listen to it 1,000 times, and I only got like a few verses of it because it's like, forget about it. Groomer, yeah, Groomer sounds good. Allegedly, fly. Yeah, I guess
But
allegedly was
you have to be
yeah.
familiar with the slang. I can understand them just fine. It's just that he speaks
He
Spanish.
mumbles though. He does
He
mumble,
speaks with a
Ramon.
Well,
slur.
yeah, but he speaks with a lot of slang too that
Yeah,
not
and he
everybody
slurs, and
understands.
it's his Hispanic. He speaks Spanish from the island. We speak hood Spanish. Come on, let's be real.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
No, but
Right.
Ramon said he speaks with a slang, so I guess it's just
That's
different.
his slang in his hood in PR. You get what I'm saying? It's probably thicker over there. Like when you go back to DR, you hear them talk. It's a lot thicker than the ones over here in the city.
Yeah, just like the Cubans. That's what I'm trying to say.
And the
The one
Cubans
that,
too. I go to Cuba, I'd be like, damn, you
yeah,
know?
is the one the guy I'm talking about, Fulana. I'm like, what the hell? And then he just trails off. Then
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes I
like,
don't
what
understand
is
my
he
cousins when
saying?
I go over there. They be talking, I be like, what?
You know what? It's kind of well, I don't know. It's kind of like his thing, kind of like making his speech a little lazy. But
Yes.
I recommend that you listen to El Mejor Compositor del Año. That's the rap. That was a rap that he released like in 2020. That was a protest song, and in that one his Spanish is much clear. It's much clearer because it's kind of like forced and angry because it's a protest song. So he's not doing the slightly lazy mumbly.
He's doing it on purpose.
So he's doing it on purpose. It's not like he has a speech impediment. I
I
recommend
didn't
that
think
you.
he had a speech impediment. I think to me it was just like you know how they have the mumble rap and they're talking, but they just the style that they're using makes it hard to understand. That's what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say. I never thought that he had a speech impediment. With
No,
me, it's
no,
just the way he
he
does it.
doesn't
So
because
I have to keep listening to it so I can catch the words that he's saying.
yeah. But listen to that song. That's a song that he released on the I pseudonym because that is the most political song that he has ever done. His political. It's called El Mejor Compositor del Año because he did won an award for being a composer and for composing lyrics.
Right.
And but it's a protest song about social issues that were really happening at the time. The whole thing with the George Floyd, Lives Matter. He's even mentioning those things
Mm-hmm.
and what happened with Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria and how slow the recovery to the for the island was happened. But that was because there were certain people that they were pocketing all of the funding for the recovery, or it was being denied because
Mm-hmm.
Agent Orange didn't want the island to recover. I mean, when after the hurricane hit, he did went to the island, but he went down there to complain, to bitch and complain about the fact that Puerto Rico was gonna need resources to recover. And
I can never forget. The only thing I remember him when he went down there was when he was throwing those paper towels. That would never leave my mind.
no, and that's not even what bothered me the most. The whole thing about the paper towels, that's not even what bothered me. What bothered me is that he went down there to bitch and complain about the fact that resources were going to be needed. People were dying on the island. And here comes the Agent Orange to go down there and complain about resources and held back FEMA. He held back aid from FEMA. It was later when the diaspora in New York and in other places they started
Right.
sounding the alarm and they started protesting, and that's when FEMA started to get off their ass and do what they were supposed to do. But at
Right.
first, they were holding back the aid and the recovery was being slow and people were dying. I mean, they said
Yeah,
that it
because
was
Bad Bunny used the 64, right? I never even knew that. That they said it was only 64 deaths and it was in the thousands supposedly. So he underreported
no,
or
no,
under.
it was over 3,000. It was over 3,000, but there were estimates that will go as far as well over 4,000 people that may have lost their lives. What's up,
Mhm.
Tina? Hey,
And she said she enjoyed the halftime show. I
yeah,
think most people
nobody
did.
was
I think most people did.
good.
And definitely most Hispanics, I believe, really, really enjoyed the show. I saw a few
I've
people
seen
here and
all of
there
the
talking
videos.
about,
I've seen many TikToks, many videos, many TikToks of people in different parts of Latin America. And
mhm.
they were all jumping up and down, crying, laughing, dancing, and and you can look up at places where people were gathered, and the Hispanics, their different nationalities, they will get up and dance and yelling and shouting out the lyrics.
Right.
And yeah, yeah. It
Yeah, and
was
I was
the
like, how am I
Bendito
gonna
Bowl.
watch the
Nobody's gonna tell me different. Bendito Bowl. Tunk,
I said, how am I
tunk,
gonna watch the
tunk.
halftime show? I'm not paying for it, and I don't like football because I don't like football. So I was like, I don't want to pay for it. How am I gonna watch
No,
it?
yeah, a lot of
And I just
people.
happened to go on TikTok and boop. First video I see is this Puerto Rican lady. Saw her. We were in her living room, Ramon.
Uh-huh.
She had all her flags. She had her I don't know the Guido, whatever you call that, and she was playing the halftime show. I was like, thank God, I got
Uh-huh.
to see it in real time. I can understand some
Um,
people not feeling it because they couldn't understand it, but the outrage was so unnecessary. It was. I think they were just acting outraged just to have a platform to say something negative, Tina, because it wasn't that serious. It really wasn't that serious. They showed the audience and one person moving during the performance.
well, those were the rich people that could afford it. That they didn't like what they were watching, and that was fine because that was being broadcast outside of the stadium. So that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, strange, right? You go into the Super Bowl. I'm sure those tickets were in the hundreds because a regular
No,
Giants
no,
game, I believe, is in the hundreds.
thousands,
Hmm?
thousands. We're talking
In
about
the
six,
thousands.
$7,000 for a ticket.
Yes, I don't think anybody's gonna sit there after paying all that money. Like Bad Bunny's gonna
Mhm.
put a dent in their night watching the game because of what I'm saying, because of the show. Like they paid to see it, and that was a full stadium. I didn't see any empty seats there. So
Oh no, no, no. And the thing is that the game itself it wasn't really that good. I mean, the first three quarters, it was Seattle Seahawks. They kicked like four field goals in the first
mhm,
three quarters, and that was
mhm.
it. And the game started to pick up in the fourth quarter because the score. You look at the score; it doesn't tell the whole story because it was the first three quarters. The New England didn't score anything,
Mhm.
and the Seattle Seahawks they scored 12 points, but that was because of field goals. So there wasn't much happening, no touchdowns. It was only in the fourth
Really?
quarter. No, they didn't. No team scored a touchdown until the fourth quarter. That's when it started.
Ramon, I
Mhm.
only watch my son play football. I don't watch football games, like especially not on TV. I only watch when my son played, and he's been playing since he was 6 or 7. I
Okay,
never watched football.
here we go. Here we go. Blood Moon speaking the marathon.
She said outrage was justified since Bad Bunny is a cross-dresser and promoting
Oh,
nastiness, hating the U.S. where he makes a lot of money. That's not where he makes the most of his money, though, Blood Moon. That's what that Latin artists don't need the United States to be rich.
he's
They
making his
really
money
don't.
outside of it. He's
Yeah,
touring
they don't.
outside of the United States, and he's making his money that way. He
Yep.
doesn't need to work here.
Yeah, I saw that, Rich, that they had their phones out. I definitely saw that.
And he wasn't wearing a dress. The whole thing about wearing a dress, that's the accusation that the MAGAs were doing. But that was back when he was with the Kardashians. That he
Even
was
Don,
that he was doing some flamboyant stuff that okay, all
well,
right.
they put him in a dress quickly. But even Don Lemon said, I was watching today. He was talking about how fine Bad Bunny is, but he said he's not gay. I was like, oh, so even he's saying he's not.
No,
He's
well, I mean,
they'll claim you even if you don't want to be claimed. So he said this was his PG show compared to his routine performance. Yeah, it was right because he wasn't there to do all that shock
well, no,
stuff.
no, he wasn't gonna do all of the dirty lyrics of his older songs, and he wasn't gonna do Zafaera or something like that. Well,
Exactly.
he did do a little bit of Zafaera, which is like the dirtiest one of his dirtiest songs that that are sexually explicit. but he only
Uh-huh.
did like a couple of lines of it, and he wouldn't say certain words because
Oh.
he almost said that infamous line in Zafaera where he said, "Si tu novio no te mama el culo." There is a
Okay.
no, but
Hey, Roberto. Thank you.
he started saying that line, but he didn't say all of it.
Gotcha. Hey, Roberto. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you hit the like button. He showed marriage, family, and promoted the so-called conservative values. Besides the little bits of Perrero laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't catch it. Third Ward mentioned it, Tina, but there was even some some people from the alphabet community. But I didn't. Yeah, it
There
went
was
so fast. I
there
wasn't
were
even
two
like I
guys
didn't.
there
Yeah,
in
but I
the
didn't even
whole
notice
in
it.
the whole crowd, in the whole group of dancers. There were two guys that kind of like dance with each other, but it's something that
Right.
you will really have to look closely at your screen to see them because
I
it's
didn't.
something
I
that
didn't
you will
notice
see them
it.
for like a couple of seconds, and that was it. So it's like whatever. I mean,
This is so
people
weird
the
to
people
me.
that spend their time pointing
But I
out
believe he promoted. He was
they're
Hold
showing their
on.
promoted
insecurity.
all
Like
aspects of the
let it
culture,
go,
right?
leave it alone. Huh?
Yeah.
So would so a grown man kissing a 6-year-old that you can turn your head to, right? No
Ay, ay,
problem.
ay. Oh my God. Lemon, what's the difference between him and Prince wearing the thong back in the day? Ooh, Prince. He's definitely closeted. She said, I love Prince. That's the difference.
Okay. Well,
Everybody did.
that's pretty convenient.
It's
That's
like,
freaking
where do you
convenient.
put Prince at? Because Prince always had me effed up. He should have performed the song with
Yeah,
Drake for
that's what
more
I'm saying,
controversy.
Tina.
Yeah. I knew Third was
That's what I
listening.
was
I'm
saying.
gonna keep talking about it, Third, to bring your ass out the bushes. For once, I actually agree with on something. Hell must be freezing over. Oh.
Yeah, but come on, the double standards that were just shown here.
Yeah, people said Prince was gay back in the
Yeah,
day.
Prince. That was never confirmed. That was never confirmed. But he was flamboyant, and but he could get away with it. He still could get plenty women.
Why? Why did he get away with it? He
He
wore
could
heels and a
have-
thong.
he will still get so many pennies thrown at him. And he will be
He
wearing
wore
platform
heels.
shoes and with a perm and maybe some
He
makeup.
wore a perm, heels, and a thong.
He will wear all of that, and women will still throw themselves at him. So he could get away with it. I
They
wouldn't
gave
do it.
Janet Jackson hell for the nip slip, but let two yags bumping and grinding on each other make it make sense. I think with Janet Jackson Third, that was all set up to me to make it look some sort of way to shed negative light on her, because that wardrobe malfunction seemed intentional. It seemed like it was part of the act to me. That's what it seemed like. So I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was about to get to that, but I was letting Ramon say what he wanted to say about that. Well, they got higher ratings than Kendrick. Yeah, he said he's been cleaning up his image a bit, especially with the last album.
Yeah,
Don't y'all dare put Bad Money in the same sentence as Prince to disrespect the audacity.
nobody was doing that, dude. Don't be
With
so
Prince, why we can't put him there with Prince?
Nobody was. It was okay. Nobody was making music comparisons. But Prince did dress flamboyant. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking
That's
about
true.
the music. We're talking about the style. And Prince was as flamboyant as he wanted to, and he will still get a lot of ass.
That's true. Ooh, I like that avatar. Hey, Javadro. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you hit that like button. Let's see, what am I missing? All in all, it was a good show. I think it was. I really think it was. I enjoyed it.
Well, like I
I
said,
mean, I enjoyed most of the halftime shows. I haven't watched one that I didn't like, to be honest with you. Maybe Shakira and
okay,
J-Lo. I think I could.
okay. Third war. You're sounding obsessed. You're coming
I'm
across as
surprised
you're
they let
obsessed.
two gay dudes bump and grind on each other. The Super Bowl is a family event. The fact that they showed that surprised me. That yak shit is everywhere now on TV. You can't avoid it.
Okay,
Who watches TV? I don't watch TV anymore.
yeah, they could have it. Come
I
on,
don't
third war.
recall Prince ever wearing a dress or kissing a
You have
man.
go on and watch Kid Rock lip syncing. Did you do that?
Oh,
Did you go on and watch Kid Rock doing all that lip syncing?
a
That's supposed
blood
to be so much
moon.
better.
Prince is from another era, right? So you wouldn't have seen him kissing a man. Probably not wearing a dress, but he did everything else that would have you, second guess his masculinity. I mean,
No. It's because Blood Moon has a double standard here. I mean,
I didn't even look at Michael Jackson the way I looked at Prince, and even Michael Jackson to me seems sus at times, So who knows? Facts. I don't watch television anymore. I don't. That's what I'm like. Prince definitely wore high heels and a thong. Third, and he had a perm. Third. The only thing I haven't seen, the only thing he wore eyeliner too. I didn't see him wear nail polish, but he wore eyeliner.
Blood Moon, if you think that Prince was masculine, that you were paying attention. You really think that Prince was masculine, Blood Moon? For real? I mean, didn't I just told you how flamboyant that he was? I mean, he had
super
feminine
flamboyant.
traits to him. The way he carried himself.
Yeah, he made Michael Jackson look butch. He made
Yes, absolutely.
He made him look butch. The fact that people don't care what you do.
Now you want to say that, Blood Moon? Now you want to say that after you
That's
tried.
true.
Talking about that he's gay because you think that he's gay.
Strange. I haven't watched the news in years. I definitely can't agree with you on that. Babu was a blind. Yes, he was tiny but masculine, and he had that little landing strip on his chest. Come on, Babu.
That landing strip on a chest. Wow, damn, that's mad gay. That's mad gay. Landing strip on a chest. Might as well be a bullseye or something.
No, but I mean, his music, you cannot take his music from him, man. His music was the ish, but dude, sometimes you gotta be like,
very
it's so artistic that you're in that little thin line there, and somebody just plucks you a little bit, you'll fall over to the other side and be like, oh, okay. Replace Mickey Martin for Romeo Santos. But I thought Ricky Martin said he's no longer a yag. I thought
he's bisexual, guys. Ricky Martin.
Now he's bi?
He was. Let me tell you this. I remember a few years ago, and I saw a video online of him. He was in Brazil. He was already out. He was already out of the closet. And I remember that some Brazilian girl said something to her, and he actually grabbed her and tongue kissed her. I mean, he never stopped liking women. Okay, he came out of the closet, but he was just a practicing bisexual.
I don't think he ever liked women, but I don't know. Yeah, he's getting older now. He thinks he's gonna go to hell, so that's why he's like, you know what? I think I like girls again. He said, "Well,
I have met a couple of gay guys from back in the island, and a Puerto Rican gay guy is not really gay. He's more like a bisexual. I remember this dude.
That's worse, Ramon. That's worse.
Hear me out. I remember one of them that I met. He was very specific, very graphic, describing one evening that he went out and he went to a strip club. He was a gay dude. He was a street club. He was talking about how he got drunk and grabbed one of the strippers and had his way with her. So, that whole notion that somebody who says gay, they could be bisexual. They can go back and forth. They can swing both ways.
See, I forgot now. Now I'm looking at all the Third's freaking aggressive comments that he is a avid sports buff, and I think he was just totally offended that the football games that he loved so much had all this stuff that shouldn't have been in there. Because he's like, why the F is Lady Gaga performing at the Super Bowl? But Shakira performed at the Super Bowl. Rihanna performed at the Super Bowl. Usher performed at the Super Bowl. What's the difference, Third? Why are you so upset? And Lady Gaga sounded really, really good. All women wanted him after that Kiss video. Yes. Look, he said all Brazilians are yags. Wow. Shout out to them filming the opening scene of the performance in DR2. Facts. Men cannot be bisexual.
Yeah, that's why the very first person said, "Oh, se ve wearing a pava." What is this Dominican dude wearing a pava for? Like that was conflicting because that wasn't a Puerto Rican who said, "Oh, se ve." And I immediately know.
I always heard Dominicans say that.
Why is a Dominican saying?
I always heard Dominicans say that. Oh, se ve. Tony can get canceled, but Lord can always come back. They're gonna put a halftime show in the soccer World Cup. I bet they are. And they get more viewership. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, football is American. It's not watched worldwide. Like, Lady Gaga is a has-been. She had her time already. What the F does she have to do with the Latin culture?
She's not a has-been. I'm not a big fan of her, but Lady Gaga.
The song she sang is pretty recent, isn't it? That's why I was looking for Bruno Mars.
The song with Bruno Mars, that's from last year.
I love that song.
A major hit.
Right? I love that song.
She's still in it.
Yeah, I think so. I was telling my dad, damn, who would have thought we would hear Anthony Santos Hoy se bebe at the NFL? Right? That's what I'm saying. Like it was super inclusive, and he brought like just about everything out, especially the Hispanic or the Latin Caribbean. He definitely did. Like he did his thing. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It was It was a nice feeling.
Yeah.
It
was something that you have to watch it more than once to try to really take it in. You can't take it all in the first time. You kind of have to do a rewatch, and then it really sinks in the significance of it. Because, like we talked about already, it does have a message. And it's making the MAGAs crash hard still today. Today they're still crashing out because they're so mad. They're so mad, and I love it.
So he said Lady Gaga is only popular when she's with another artist. On her own, she's dead. She has Abracadabra and recently won the Grammys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would go back and look at the videos from the 80s. Phil Donahue criticizing Prince, Boy George, androgynous look, conservatives back then. Yeah. Well, Boy George didn't come out as a yag, but yeah, and he wore makeup and everything. But so did those heavy metal, with the long hair and the nail polish and all that. Men were always like skating the. I see Turning Point USA had their own concert the same day as the Super Bowl. They had Kid Rock, Carrie Underwood, and others performed. They did about 15 million views. I thought it was less. They said 6 million the same day. That's not bad. I swear I looked at it for like 5 seconds and it was Kid Rock on there, and I just
6 million views, 6 million viewers max, and like half of that were bots. So it was all manufactured. It wasn't for
Facts, Tina. She was. I mean, she said for the Latinos. She had to throw the accent in there and everything. That's how much she hated it. Lady Gaga is Lady Gaga. Oye. I heard over 25 million watch Kid Rock. That 25 million what? Rocks?
Yeah,
nobody watched
Megan Kelly when she was talking to Piers Morgan, and she was having the biggest crash out, straight up yelling. And shouting, like she was supposed to have a conversation with Piers Morgan, but he would just let her yell because she was yelling and shouting in her crash out. Wow, she was having one hell of a meltdown because here we speak English. It's over 300 million.
Yeah, I was waiting for her to pull her white hood.
she was
I was waiting for her to pull her white
yeah,
hood and put it over her head. That's how upset she was. He said America is so divided. This administration, the second time now, I'm not saying it never was, but he brings that out. Like, like people want to attack each other. People really want to attack each other. It's bad, and it's only going to get worse. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Rich. Absolutely, yo. Okay, so I want to move on to the next topic before Fulana falls asleep.
yep.
I've been on for an hour. Okay. So I'm glad we touched up on that, Ramon. I'm glad you gave me your take on that because I really enjoyed the show. And I know that his halftime show made an impact in
Yes,
this
yes,
country.
me
Whether you
too.
liked him or not, whether you listen to his music or you like what he's about,
Mhm.
he had something to say and people heard him. It's right here,
Ah,
21
here we
million
go.
views. Blah blah blah. It's a lie. Third, it's a lie. I don't believe it.
Inflated,
Leave
inflated,
the e
not
files.
inflated. But, but,
Next.
but.
I don't believe it. So okay, let me see. Which one did I want to play first? This is what I was trying to tell Fulana, but you know what? I'm gonna play this one first. Stay tuned, people. Un momento.
Are you aware of Donald Trump ever engaging in sexual activity with an individual introduced to him by you or Jeffrey Epstein?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
So there are 5 people taking the Fifth Amendment, like you see on the mob, right? You see the mob takes the Fifth. If you're innocent, why are you taking the Fifth Amendment? Fifth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Fifth Amendment. Horrible. Horrible. When you have your staff taking the Fifth Amendment, taking the Fifth, so they're not prosecuted. When you have the man that set up the illegal server taking the Fifth, I think it's disgraceful.
Yeah, all of these hypocrites are going to be taking the Fifth Amendment every opportunity they can.
So then, what's the use if they're all going to be taking the Fifth Amendment?
Well, I mean, they're going to try to get them on their oath, and on their oath, you can either say pleading the Fifth Amendment or say I don't recall, because that's kind of like a legal way of avoiding a question. Just say I don't recall. So it's either
Well, the Clintons are going to do that because they look like they got one foot in the freaking, you know. The Clintons are going to do that, but supposedly Hillary wants a public court, like she wants a public hearing, so everybody can hear what they have to say. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder what she has up her sleeve,
and the marathon
So
want that because if they're gonna get exposed, if they did something wrong and they get exposed, which is perfectly fine, they're gonna be taking down other people with them, and maybe that's why they want a public hearing, because they're gonna air shit out. Bring it.
Wow.
But
The way they keep throwing stuff out in the air, it's like they're scrubbing the whole thing. Huh?
They're gonna want everything behind closed doors, so that people outside don't want to do that, and so they can put it redacted and censor it, like the whole Epstein file thing, that you pick up one of those files, one of those papers, and it's all full of black horizontal bars where text should be, because it's all redacted. And that's what they rather do. They want to be able to conceal it. They want to be able to hide it and keep it from the public. They're not going to want a public hearing. They should have said, I'm not going to want that.
No third. No, as a matter of fact, I caught a snippet of it, but I didn't hear too much about that. But I don't know what Sparkle's niece. What? Wait a minute. Did you hear what Sparkle's niece said about R. Kelly and her dad? Oh my God, no. Yeah, she wants clemency, and it's like, wow. So she's really why is even her getting clemency on the table? Like that's the part that I don't understand. Why is it even that? Bad Bunny was a part. You just don't like Bad Bunny. No me lo dañe, oíste. Do not
listen. If Bad Bunny's in the file, him too. If he's in the file, him too. If Jay-Z's in the file, him too. It doesn't matter who's in the file. It don't matter where you come from. If you in the file, you too.
Facts.
This ain't about who and Democrat and Republican and black and white and all. You in the file, you wrong. Whoever's reading this and hiding it, they wrong too.
There's so many people in there, Florida. They might as well just let it all out.
It's sick.
But what's going to happen is there's not going to be a court big enough to try every single.
Because they're all guilty, including the judges.
Exactly.
They're all guilty. Let it burn. Let it crumble. Let it collapse. Let it do something.
But who's going to take on the reins for that? Because this whole administration is not going to allow them to do it.
Corrupt. It's corrupt right now. It's corrupt. It's corrupt.
They put some stuff out. They saw some people's names. They took the stuff back. They're scrubbing it. So now when you look at stuff, what was in there before is not in there now. So it's like
allegedly.
Well, I mean, some people said we saw some of the files that they had posted, right?
Yeah.
And they took it down. And when you go back to look at the same ones, the information is not there. So they're trying to scrub it. They're doing stuff with it.
Of course, they're editing the shit out of what they don't want people to know about. Of course.
Ooh, for real. Oh, somebody mentioned. I was watching. I forgot what video it was. With Puffy. I don't know what he did with the blood, but I guess I don't know if he does blood transfusions, and he was using somebody's blood. And they was like, didn't you notice how he looked? You know, in the past 10 years, like he didn't age until he went to jail. When he was his supplier, he was no longer able to get his blood, supposedly, because the guy didn't smoke, he didn't do drugs, he didn't drink. Allegedly, her dad knew he was messing with her, and he didn't do anything about it, and was still doing. Yeah, that's what it. Well, you know, unfortunately, it's not unheard of. Parents sell their kids in the industry. They
allegedly, the whole world is watching it happen, and no one's doing anything about it either.
Yeah. Yep. And he said, "Did you what? What the paintings?
Maybe.
Did we see the paintings? What paintings?
Some paintings
that he was doing with R. Kelly on his album after the first case. Wow. No, I didn't see it. Did he get in the pardon? He's not going to get it, but I bet you she will before he does. Ain't that a blip? If it even went down. I got one more video to show you regarding this very case right here. The focus is where it needs to be in this video. One moment, please.
The United States government is engaged in an active cover-up of the largest trafficking scandal and influence peddling scandal in the history of the United States, and Donald Trump is right at the center of it. And the person who is living to provide the evidence, who knows what is going on, is trying to invoke the Fifth to buy her clemency. Donald Trump is not only named thousands of times in the latest release from the Department of Justice, he is named over 38,000 times in the files that were released 2 weeks ago alone. And we know that that only represents half of the files that the Department of Justice has in its possession, including files that were used for direct investigations of perpetrators, people who committed crimes, people who were co-conspirators in those crimes, and individuals who knew of those crimes. We know that there are multiple administration officials, including Howard Lutnick, Elon Musk, who served as the appointee for the Doge efforts in the White House. We know that the Secretary of Navy. We know that Steve Bannon. We know that there are more than 36 associates, family members, and individuals directly associated with Donald Trump named in those files.
Yeah, I know that the dude was being mentioned thousands of times, but I didn't know it was 38,000. I didn't know there was that much.
Crazy. His blood boy, yeah, that's what he called him, being someone's personal blood bank. Yup. Nasty work. P. Diddy dyed his hair to look younger. Botox as well. Blood doping is done by most athletes, and it's hard to detect. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, so it's like Congress, you know, and she's a Republican, so it's like you know, even the House is divided. So it's like there's people pushing for it, but there's more of them that are not. And I guess, like, hold on a second, everybody's in there. Nobody. They're not pushing for it because they're all. I mean. Are they really going to lose? I think the only thing that's going to come out of it is that we're going to find out that they're all sick, you know, pedals.
And we're paying for it.
Yeah.
We're paying for all of it. He wants to sue
They're not.
the IRS. We're paying for it.
Yeah, they're not gonna do nothing. So the Clintons are going to testify in Congress. Yeah, but I have a feeling that they're gonna take some people down with them, and that's they said today Hillary wants a public
Live.
court, yeah, huh?
A public hearing, but
She wants it to
A
go
public hearing.
live. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, she's saying that because they're gonna be implicating other people.
Absolutely. They're going
They're gonna be,
down.
mm-hmm.
But they will.
They're
They
gonna,
don't
they're
want to
gonna be,
give her no live
I
hearing
know, and that's why I'm like, why wouldn't they give it to her? Because then
because
you're
they want to
definitely
cut
gonna
the
say you're hiding
video and
something.
show what they want to show, and that's
Right.
it. They
Exactly.
want to clean it up and make it look nice, put a bow on it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep talking about P Diddy and them. Let's talk about the little people.
well, I don't know how little people will be. I remember reading about it back in the 90s when Diddy and Agent Orange, those two used to hang out together. It was
Call it.
yeah, back in New York. Those that are from New York, you guys know that. And those two used to hang out together, and the Donald used to hang around with other rappers. There was a period of time that was a
That's
thing.
It's
Mhm.
going to crush the industry and the political world.
It should have cut. It should have already crushed the industry with Harvey Weinstein, right? It should have. It should have been.
He's in the file too. Like, come
Oh, I
on.
know that. I definitely know that. But it's just like, and you know what's so crazy, Fulana? This is like this goes back so far. Like
That's the problem.
what they do, it goes back to like the early 1900s. You know.
No, we end
It's
up paying the money.
huh?
We do. We, the taxpayer, ends up paying the money.
The wealthy get away with everything. They pay a lot of money.
With this wealthy crew, we paying for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because they get socialism. They
With
get
this wealthy crew,
because
we paying for it.
socialism for the already very rich, and the middle class, also the working class, gets screwed over.
We
That's
pay
why I
for
said
those
it's no.
flights. We pay for all that crap. Their meals, that stupid crap they're building down there in DC. We're paying for all of that.
Mm.
And we're paying for everybody in that other country that nobody wants to mention either. The one that kind of owns us for some reason.
Oh yeah,
Kind of.
the type of
The country that was never a country, but now is a country. Like,
Mm-hmm,
what?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a
They
the
made
get
up
free
country.
everything.
Made
You
up
out here working your butts off. Let me be
uh
politically right. You're working your asses off. You're paying taxes. You're getting health care. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for that. And they're reaping all your benefits,
Yep.
all of
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
benefits.
They get billions every year, so they can
And
have
we get
free.
nothing. They get free education.
They get free healthcare, and kids are born with a trust fund paid by the
Mm-hmm.
government.
Oh, yeah, they get
Mm-hmm.
paid. And let's not talk about how they take advantage of the government here, too.
What's up?
Let's not talk about
Were
that
we
part.
talking about that? Yeah, they're the biggest
But
scammers
it's
when
my
it comes
money. I'm talking about it. I'm concerned.
to
I'm paying taxes.
it. You know, Fulana, though, this has been going on
Not
for
everyone,
forever.
Blood Blue. Not everyone play taxes, honey. Not everyone.
The only difference is that we have social media now and it's all in our faces, but this has been going on forever. It's just that now it's I don't know. I don't even know why they even bought out Epstein. Like, why did they even start accusing him of shit? Like, who was it that started that? Because, like I said, they've been doing that forever. That's a whole ring there. That's a worldwide ring. That's not just here. That's not just on that island.
I hope I live to see it cave. I really do. I hope I live to see it finally cave and open up and just tear the whole damn thing down.
I know you're not a religious person, but to me, it would take an act of God,
girl, please,
like get people to wake the f up, because this is like really like a Sodom and Gomorrah type thing. People are just living recklessly.
Taxes when they go to the store, but nobody, Leah, if you're working under the table, you're not getting taxes. But if you're working illegally, I guess they should do with you what they do with the illegals. They should get rid of them because most of the illegals pay taxes.
Well, they
No one's
contribute
gonna
to
have money to
the
retire. They're
For
gonna get rid of
for
more
the most
people and
part,
more
they
people and
do
more
pay
people.
Oh
bills.
No
yeah,
one's gonna
Social
have money.
Security. Oh my
No one's
God.
gonna have
They
money to
pay into Social
retire. Your money's
Security.
in
They
Israel. Your
pay
money's
into
in
other.
all these
The
places.
401k.
No one's talking
I
about
knew.
this man from Venezuela. Where is he? Is he really locked up in New York City? Or is this man helping them cripple every other goddamn country that needs help? Come on, man. Cut the Bad Bunny bullshit and the Lady Gaga shit.
No, nobody wants to hear about that. You see that they're not even taking it seriously, Fulana.
They're
They're not
not.
taking it seriously.
They're not, because they're living in a bubble in a little apartment and they're little chilling and whatever they're doing with their life. Nobody's studying the world and what's going on. I didn't have children, so I'm not leaving shit behind. But those who did,
Girl,
pray for your kids if
girl,
you're so godly. Because
my
this new
kids,
world is coming, they're going to be living in it. We're going to be long gone.
my kids. You ever watch the Open Secret Hollywood doc? I don't know. I have no clue what you're talking about. Do not stress about things you cannot control.
I can control it. If people will unite, it could be controlled. But people don't unite. That's the problem. No one says what they get. No one agrees to anything as a collective. But for some reason, these people, these elite people who did all this stuff on the island, they agreed to something. They agreed to something. They gained power, and they waited for this moment. And they put this man in office because they knew this man was gonna. He needed all these people, all those people that were on the island. They all got a job, and we're paying their salary. They're all working
It's
for the
an
government
occult.
now.
It's an occult, Fulana, and like I said, you're not
It's
religious or anything, but
insane.
it's like it's a little bit
Bill
deeper than that
Gates
surface
should
stuff.
be in jail.
Yeah, but it goes deeper than that. Like it's so deep.
Everybody
Like
idolizes the
it's
wealthy.
ritualized.
Like
Everything they
this
do
is
is a ritual.
crazy work.
Mm,
Crazy work.
it's a ritual. It's a ritual, girl. It's a ritual, and we're just like the little. I don't. We're not the puppets because they're not. Well, they kind of are playing us, but we're sitting back watching the world stage. Like we're sitting back watching everything happen and how they're playing us with it because
America
like
is really corrupt. It's so sad.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And
Oh,
it's not America. It's not just America. That's the whole thing. It's not just America. It's like
it ain't got nothing to do with Democrat and Republican.
it's
I
the
say
world.
people need to unite. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about people in like human beings, the human race. Like whatever happened to that?
Talk about Hollywood casting. Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell Fulana. This has been going on like that started. All of that Irby started like before Shirley
Oh, it should have
Temple.
happened for a long time, but this is the
Started.
biggest scandal since I've been on this earth. You know what I mean? In my lifetime, that I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
Where they do that at? How did they let that go on with children? At that what?
because look at the level that it's happening at. It's not happening at our level because they'll
Good.
lock
It
somebody
happens
at
at our
our
level,
level up.
but
They'll
nothing
lock them up.
happens. You know, our family puts it under the carpet. Don't say
Right.
nothing. Your uncle,
And
your grandfather, it's family secrets at our level because we broke his shit. But at
correct.
that level, the way they was doing it, selling and
Yep.
buying and oxygen
You
and
heard about Wayfair? Every time
girl,
a
all
child
that.
went missing,
They
that
said
was
that a long
crazy. I
time
was like,
ago.
what?
They
I didn't even know that. I didn't hear about that till a few
they
days
said
ago.
that a long time ago. I heard it years ago, and here
I
we
didn't hear.
are again.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
that. I hope we get to live to see this.
I don't think so because this has been going on. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been going on for so long,
But
and they've like
it
cornered
takes a
every.
generation underneath me to make it happen. I can't do it.
You know how that would work, Falana. You got to start at the top. You can't start from the bottom. You got to start at the
Well,
top.
that's what they trying to do now, and
I don't know. I
it's so
think they're all
much.
playing the game. I don't think
Of
so.
course
I
they
think
are.
they're all playing the game.
I think Oprah's involved. I think they're all
Yeah.
involved.
Most humans are about me, myself, and I. Tiny percentage actually care about others. It's like it's at the top, and to get it would have to be somebody who's there already, who wants to take it down. It's not going to happen from the bottom up. It's going to have to start from the top. And unfortunately, you can't trust nobody. You're like, who's in the file? The Clintons, Trump, all these actors, all these politicians. It goes to what's this guy's name? The prince
But why
in
protect them?
England, huh?
Why protect them and not the kids?
Because they're the ones in control, Fulana. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're the
So
ones
it's
in
okay if someone
control.
comes take your
I'm
child.
not saying it's okay. It's not okay at all. They're in control. They control it, Fulana. That's what I'm saying. In order to take it down, in order to get what you're wanting to get, it has to start from the top. Us getting
Well,
together, like the people here, how are we going to take them down? What's the plan? How are we going to take them down, Fulana?
yeah, Oprah was definitely. Didn't she have children that were missing from her so-called school?
The girls' school. They mentioned that the other day
Yes.
too. When they was talking, when I heard about the Wayfair thing, that's what they mentioned. Those
But
they was like,
I thought
oh,
they didn't like
black.
children
No,
of
that's
color.
the cover. That's the cover. That's bullshit.
I'm like, yeah, they
They go
didn't
to
like
all
children
those
of
countries.
color.
They go to all those countries. That's where you can. That's where you can take them and they'll disappear. Like nobody's gonna really be following up. Or
That's
or you can buy them
crazy.
faster, which is sad. Oprah's definitely involved. She was with a man called John of God. Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember him. Scary. And that's what I'm trying to say. And it's in our faces, stranger. You see
Yo,
what
it's
he just
scary as
mentioned, Father?
hell.
That's in our face. Yeah.
Everything,
Trust
the
me, Hollywood.
newscasters, all of them, they're all like just talking, and I'm just like the Lulu, like what?
Trust me, Hollywood politics is on the verge of collapse. Maybe older generation don't care, but it's gonna happen with social media. You think so? Because it's already out there, Irby, and what they're doing is they're throwing AI at us. They're showing stuff that we don't even know if we're looking at something real or something fake. And all people do is pull out their cell phones. They don't try to actually do anything.
And who's controlling AI?
Them, of course. That's what I'm trying to say. That they're doing that on purpose. That's so that we don't even know if we're
Now
seeing
the
something
AI
real
is
or not.
it's really scary. I really don't.
Right?
I
I don't
don't.
They're
like
doing
it,
I don't
it.
even know what I'm looking at on Instagram anymore
dude.
because
They dropped.
if you look at
They
it
got
closer,
so
somebody's hair
many.
looked too perfect, and somebody's symmetry,
You see,
facial
you gotta look
symmetry
at the
is
eyes and the mouth. It's
a little
hard.
bit too perfect, and that's when you kind of like that's usually a pretty good indicator that it may be AI.
But what I was trying to say is that I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead, Falana. Say what you're gonna say. What
Oh,
you're
I
gonna
don't
say.
even know. I lost my train of thought. But it's a lot of AI companies opening up. It's crazy, and
Yes.
it's ran by the white and blue flag.
Mm-hmm. And like because of what Irby's just saying right now, I don't think it's on the verge of collapsing because people see stuff and they're just like, oh, like when Puffy had his trial, people were just on there to record
And
and
now, yeah,
talk
I
about
mean, of
nobody was
course,
offended and like, oh my god, what did he do to people? And they were saying Cassie looked for it, and you know what I'm saying, like they sensationalized it. They didn't. There was no human aspect of that whole trial.
hello. R. Kelly and Diddy, they collapse quicker than these people are gonna ever collapse. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the public sensationalized them. Nobody was like how you feel right now about everything we're talking. Nobody was that passionate about those two doing what they did. I don't
Nobody's
know if you
passionate
understand what I'm
about
saying.
these people either. I don't
That's
see
what I'm
no
saying. They think
outrage
even
over this
less.
shit by a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Nope.
They more outraged about Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, remember? Oh, I posted a video too when they ICE agent kicked the dog, and I was like, oh, it's all over now.
Yes. Because you
Not
know
the
how those
dog.
people feel about their pets.
Them Karens went crazy. Not the dog.
Yeah, it was the social media got the. I think it was with R. Kelly was the girl, one of the girl's parents that really was protesting every day, and Diddy it was Cassie. She after she got her money, and I think that was a setup with her to get her money and then testify against them. That's how all that happened. I don't think that was social media. We just get a front row seat, and that's what I'm
It was
trying to
the
say.
video.
We're
I
more
think the
about
video
let's
opened
see
up
what's
that can
going
of
on.
worms.
What happened
I think that video opened up that can of worms on his dumb ass.
when
Which
he
I'm
was kicking
glad
the
he
shit out of
did,
him?
because he's another one.
Yeah. A man was arrested for AI CP. Really? Really? I see it like, and I wish it wasn't that way. That's why we have at our level, Falana, I think we just have to make people aware and not fall for the okie doke. Like, all that glitters isn't gold. Don't kill yourself to get into politics and into the movies and in this industry because it's all corrupt, Fulana. I'm not saying it doesn't happen at our level, but it's worse there. It's
Yeah,
worse.
it's definitely not Earth.
It's worse. So it's like I think that's the only way that we can try to combat it because, like I said, unless it starts at the top, it's. I don't think you're gonna get
I
the
think
justice
turning your
that you're
head and not saying something says something, and I don't like that at all. If you don't feel a little bit uncomfy about what's going on, then something wrong with you because it's just not right, and
But the
especially if
people
you have children.
that have access to that are not at our level and they're not showing it. Look at this game they're playing. That's like they're playing ping pong, Fulana.
I'm
Not
not
gonna
talking
show the
about the
file. You're
rich.
gonna
I'm
open up
talking
file.
about the
Who
stupid.
takes this
I'm talking
long?
about
Who takes this?
I'm not talking about the rich. I'm talking about the stupid poor, like those who idolize this bullshit and then turn
The
their
what? You
head and
broke
go
up a
like
little bit.
allegedly. I'm not talking about the rich people. Obviously, they're gonna turn to head to it. They got money. They're gonna live their best life, go to another country and enjoy other people's country, and then call everybody else illegal and shit. But like other people,
Mm-hmm.
like you keep turning your head. Nobody wants to say anything about it. Nobody wants to agree that it's a bad thing. They're just like, oh well, they're rich, so let me shrug my shoulders today and just it doesn't bother me. I can't control it. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. Blah. You have an opinion. You either think is right or is wrong. It's wrong. Plain
Right.
sight. It's wrong. It's a
So
crime, and no one's doing anything about it.
because the people that can are the ones that put out the laws, and they're the ones that can lock you up, and they're the ones that can take
Girl,
you to
it's a
trial. That's what I'm
crime,
trying
and
to
the
say. And then the
FBI ain't doing
attorneys, it's
nothing
like
about it.
because they're part of it too. Probably that's what I'm trying to say. You have to start at the top,
Somebody has to work there. Somebody in the office is a rat.
but it
Somebody
can't
has to
be.
work
It can't
there.
be that. It can't be that way. I don't. It's and
People
you're
do
right.
shit
We're
wrong
not
at
gonna
work,
do
and
it.
eventually one person exposes, like, "Well, you know what? I'm sick and tired of Tom snapping his gum, and you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something about it. But like, somebody got to do something.
Yeah,
But not saying nothing. Nothing's gonna change. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Bloom, boom. You're right.
we
Empty
got to try to
minds.
protect ours. What she said. Having opinions won't change a thing. No, we're talking about it, and this is how people get informed, and they try to move differently at our level. That's what I'm trying to say. At our level is just like we gotta protect our family, protect our kids, make them aware. Like
It's
my
out of
kid was
sight, out
growing
of
up. You know
mind.
how scared I was about all that. I mean, I get it, Fulana. I freaking get it. And like I said, that what's like with those files and stuff, they're taking forever to try to show it. So we're never gonna know what's going on there. We're never gonna they're showing pictures and what they show what they're showing to us is like what you call it? What do they call that? When it's
I'm using
like
my
bait, like
voice.
they're just giving us snippets of stuff, huh?
She's saying, what am I doing to change it? It's not much I can do but use my voice. If people want to listen, they listen. If they don't want to listen, they don't want to listen. That's it. That's all I can do for right now. There's
Nope,
nothing
that's why
more I
we
can
get
do. But second stage of all of this, if I got to continue to pay taxes for this bullshit, I'm just going to turn that shit off too. And then what they going to do about it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, I don't want to pay for this. That's the bottom line. I'm not paying for this type of behavior. This is not what I go and cast my vote for. This is not what I pay taxes for. Either you're going to do the damn job and you're going to be respectfully doing it, and that's it. People got mad when Homeboy got his little slong sucked and they impeached him, and that was fine. But these people, and he's in the file too, so get his ass too. But I'm just like, everybody's like, oh, I love the policies he's put in place. I love what he's doing with ICE. I love what he's doing with this. Then you love everything that he's doing. And that's the
Yeah.
problem. You got an opinion about that shit, but you ain't got no opinion about this.
They don't care. They really don't care.
So all I have is my voice. You're right. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
But that's what we have these platforms for, Fulana, so we can have
Okay,
our
what about the
opinions.
illegals that paid the taxes? We giving them their money back? The money that people who live on low income housing, Section 8, food stamps, those people who are benefiting from the immigrants paying taxes, you gonna give your money back?
It's true. Those illegals that actually work, they are contributing to
Exactly.
the economy. That's for
People who
sure.
showed up to their appointments who legally came to the country to make a difference and go to their appointments to obtain their status, those people were getting taken too. They didn't commit no real crime if they was going to court and they was taking care of their paperwork. Why did they get taken?
Well, that was the okey doke, right? Saying that they're gonna get all the the grapists and the leaders. That was the okie doke, because that's the every time I turn on the TV,
Exactly.
that's
That
not
was the
I don't see
reason.
a
But then
video
they're
saying we got
attacking
this drug
blue
dealer,
states.
this drug syndicate that was here full
They're
of
attacking the blue states. Look
Venezuelans
at what
or
they're
whatever.
doing
It
to the
definitely
blue
wasn't like that.
states. Look what they're doing to the blue states, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they're being targeted,
A blind
targeting
man can see
Hispanics
this,
in the blue
man.
states.
It's there's nothing we can do.
It kind of worries me. It kind of worries me. Me being who I am,
Absolutely.
and
It should.
it being in a red state, so I'm already behind enemy lines.
Exactly.
So it's
See,
it's
Irby's right.
scary because what am I gonna do?
Irby's right.
Listen, everybody has a look, and that's the look they're going for. No matter what.
Mhm.
Nobody knows, nobody got a stamp on their forehead stating their status.
He said Irby said that the things they're showing things, Titi, where the rich can't be convicted because of immunity or the statute of limitations. That's what I'm saying, because they set up the law. They that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like what we're trying to we think that we live in a democratic society where the laws are going to put the bad guys away, and both parties are corrupt. So we're not going to get what we want. Like you was talking about Social Security, even 401k. I knew that when they started getting rid of pensions, that they were screwing the common worker out now. Because the 401k, your money goes to market. Your portfolio depends on the fucking market. Are you kidding me?
Okay, how about this?
The market fluctuates. Are you kidding me?
Happens if,
For sure.
what happens if tomorrow everybody cashes out their 401k?
They won't let everybody cash it out. They won't.
I'm just saying, everybody puts their damn request in.
They're still gonna get the money because they're gonna get 30% of it. You get taxed on
but
that.
they're gonna get 30%. They're not gonna continue to get your contribution.
It'll crash the market. It'll crash the market.
Exactly. And who does that affect?
Oh, them, of course. They're rich.
Exactly.
That's white. Who, Fulana?
What happened?
I'm Puerto Rican until this stuff blows over.
There you go. I mean, I could pass a little bit from Puerto Rican. But being Puerto Rican doesn't say you're a citizen on your license or you guys.
So look at that. They wanted to deport Bad Bunny. Let's put it like that. They wanted to deport him. But both you and I know that YouTube opinions mean nothing. If it did, there would be a new indigenous people, and the patent owned by the whites would be given to girl. But this is what it is. This is why we have these platforms. So even on this, we're censored. But
exactly. I could barely speak. I can't call this man what he is. I can't I that's why I can't give an opinion. I can't say what I want to say.
Use acronyms, girl. You can call them whatever you want. Just use acronyms. Because this is slowly becoming that country that
I'm factual. I tell the truth. I call a bitch and I call a jerk a jerk. I don't care.
I know you don't, Flana, but they like to strike channels.
I don't have a filter when it comes to this.
They now won't have a channel for you to come on and bitch and bitch if you just.
Girl, I don't give a shit about none of these channels. Fuck with me in real life and see what happens.
Oh man, come on, Flana. Let's enjoy the stream.
I am enjoying myself. Who's not enjoying themselves? I'm having a great time.
He is not Puerto Rican. Say allegedly. Yeah, it's just twisting it up a little bit so that the YouTube powers that be don't try to strike the channel, or anybody who's watching wants to be a hater says I'm offended by the content. So if you just say it a certain way, they can't get me for it. But you're still saying what you want to say.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to censor you, Fulana. I want you to speak your piece. That's why I wanted you to come on here.
Yeah.
To speak your piece.
I'll stick to my little Instagram.
No, girl, you can put videos up on here too. But the thing is, Fulana, this is what this is for. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what this is for you to say what you want to say. But just got to censor yourself a little bit. That's like if you're talking around a 10-year-old. You want to say what you want to say, but you don't want to, say too much because.
At these days, why be delicate around a 10-year-old? Other people weren't.
Girl, that's true.
Who cares what I say in front of a 10-year-old?
That's his wife, so they can't racially profile me. For some reason, I don't think so.
Who is that?
I don't know, but I think I know who it is. don't think not in this world. Lala, you always welcome to speak on my channel. Herbie,
Irby, I'm
shut
not
up.
awake when you go live.
Shut up.
I'm in a different age group, Irby. I'm in my sleep, resting.
I bet you Herbie will go live. Once I shut it off, that's when Herbie's gonna go live. Be like, Herbie, you know we going to sleep.
Dude, as soon as you shut it off, my eyes will shut down.
But Fulana, for real, it's scary. I know it's being put in, and this is the environment that they cultivate. You see how we're talking about it, like, you're super passionate about it. I'm passionate about it, but not.
I'm
I don't
passionate
know.
about it because I don't like it. You know, you know why I don't
No,
like
no,
it. I
no,
don't
for
like
sure,
it.
for sure.
So
But
my thing is this: it's always been swept under the rug. Women and children are the worst ever.
the biggest
Like,
victim, yeah.
and it's always been swept under the rug, and it's okay to be the victim, and everybody plays a victim. Everybody turns their blind eye to things. They do it in the family. They do, you know how the culture is. They do it in our culture. They do it in our family. They do it in, everybody does it. They hide
Fulana,
that.
that makes me so sad because I always think, in what world does that is it allowed? Is that allowed to happen to somebody?
It
So
happens. Men are
I know it
animals.
happens, but and I think of children, and yes, it's fucked up. It's so messed up that this shouldn't happen. But it's like, where do we start to control it? Because, like I said, this has been
You can't
when I
even
say it's been
control it
happening
at home.
forever.
Some people can't even control it in their home.
It's been happening forever. Priests have been doing this since
Exactly. But it doesn't make it
the,
right.
the dark ages. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's been people of power that have been able to do this, Fulana. That's why it's where it's at. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's
I don't
like,
believe anybody has any power over me like that. And I understand what you mean by people of power, but I don't use
no,
that
no,
as
not
a
over
title to use the
you.
word
But
boss.
I'm talking about
But
power to stop it, to put it to light and
oh
prosecute
yeah,
people for it.
absolutely. But at the end of the day, if people aren't talking about it and being angry about it, no one's going to do anything about it. If more people were on the same page with something, regardless of race, politics, and just being a human and standing for something, maybe we'll see a change. We see changes in fucking dog policies, but not in children policies. Like, this shit is weird. You can beat the shit out of a dog and go to jail so goddamn fast, but then you beat the shit out of a child and be like, oh, the mother has postpartum. Oh, the mother was going through this. Oh, the father, da da da.
No, or
Oh,
you can
da
say
da
a
da.
little girl wants to be a boy. You can give him a sex change, and
So what?
you don't need your mommy's permission.
Listen, I don't. You know me. If you
Yep.
if you want to be with the person of the same sex, be with that person. I'm
Not,
all for people just being
yeah,
happy and doing what the fuck they want to do.
but not when
You
you're
know what
under
I mean?
18. Yeah.
But it's just
Okay.
like, come on. So yeah, it affects me a lot.
Oh
I
no,
don't
for sure,
like it,
for
and I
sure.
and it's okay that I don't like it.
That we're all entitled to it. That's why I said I like these forums, Luana. I like these forums so we can talk about that. I see more than some of the most ghetto channels. Leave me and my ghetto channels alone, Tony. I like it, okay? Because if you see me, that means I see you.
I don't like it.
You're there too.
The other day, somebody called the job and they was like, "Oh, we want to know if your company wants to donate to send these dogs. We want to fly them out to North Carolina to rescue and all this shit." And the little
Oh, the
Cracker
dog
Barrel
rescue
girl,
thing, yeah.
yeah, the little Cracker
Es
Barrel girl
relajo.
at my job was like, "Oh, we're not going to donate to the hogs." I'm like, "No, donate to no goddamn
We had that
dogs."
at my job. That's what I'm saying, that
She's
they
like,
care more about their
how
pets
are they
than
going to make
people.
it to North Carolina?" I said, "Set them free and let them run."
They care more about their pets than people, Falana. You're
That's
right.
the
You kick a
problem. I
dog,
know, it's so
you kick a
funny.
dog
You
and you're
know,
going to jail.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Her cat died, and she called out sick, and she tried not to use a sick day, so I took it from her.
Girl, girl, they use that at my job. They do that
You
at my
know I
job.
don't do
And I
pets.
didn't
This is
understand that.
ridiculous.
I didn't understand that, Fulana. I didn't understand that. I'm like, okay, your cat died, so you're not going to work today because your
If
cat
I
died?
read you the text from when her cat died, I didn't even know how to respond to that. Like, I'm so cruel. It's horrible.
When I had direct reports,
You
Fulana,
can hear
and I
me?
didn't have, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
Irby.
can
we
hear
hear
me?
you. Yeah.
Yeah, we
we,
can hear.
we when I had direct reports and you know what's so crazy, Fulana? Most of it I knew was BS. But when they were talking about my cat died or my dog died, I was like, I couldn't say that 20, 30 years ago. Well, I'm not going to work today because my cat
Today
died.
you tell somebody your pet died.
What supervisor boss you had? Huh?
Today your dog
Huh?
died. You can go on FMLA. Like what? FMLA. She
Excuse
was like,
me,
her
but it's
cat died. Her cat was 13. It was supposed to die.
yeah. Like, how long did you want it to live? Like,
Exactly.
and I'm surprised you're saying that, Fulana, because you are definitely a dog lover. Because remember the dog
I
you had?
do,
That
but not to
tan?
that extent. Come on, bro. Like, come on. Dog died. What happens? You dig a hole, you throw him in. When my cat got hit by a car, I called my dad. I said, I think it's our cat. He's dead in the road. My dad said the cat will take care. He said the city will come by and they'll pick it up.
But that
Where's the
kills me how
outrage?
people. I you know, and then I'm like, damn, people look at me like I'm cold. It's not that I'm cold. I don't wish nothing bad on a cat or a dog or your, you know, I understand if you've had it forever since you were a kid, but it's like, but you're gonna call out from work. How much time do you need off for your dog dying? How much time do you need?
Girl,
Like that's what I wanted to say. Like how much time
here's
do you
the
really need?
difference. Here's the difference. Her parents died. One died like a couple months apart from each other. When her parents died, she bolted one cry and took off, came back to work like nothing happened. When her cat died,
Wow,
she went a bat hell crazy. Okay. She didn't even
that's
talk
crazy.
to her parents. She
Mhm.
didn't even go to their funeral. Okay. So you want
Crazy.
me to be upset about your cat? And then you coming
Yeah.
back into the office the next day and got everybody crying. That's what the hell y'all crying for?
A cat. I don't know. And that dog rescue stuff, I'm like, wow.
Is it
But there's
snowing?
kids homeless in the street. There's kids, you know, going through some shit, and then they're gonna take care of a dog. It's always happening. It will continue to happen. Humans are evil, so evil,
Like, look at the
so freaking
commercials for the
evil
dog
emotionally.
where they're starving and they want you to donate money.
Hmm.
That shit's crazy
Le,
to me.
le paso el lado como si no fuera, como si fuera nada. Get out of here.
Girl, I would
You
step
know.
over. Like, I'd
When
be
I
like,
was in
oh.
high school, my teacher's dog died, and the class had to comfort me. Yeah, get in the middle of history. She was crying. Ain't that something? Like I'm saying, it's not be sensitive. Go ahead, Irby. I'm sorry.
You said Hollywood is not over. You don't see some of these movies and music is not selling like how it used to be.
What? Say that again.
What he said?
The
I
movies
don't
and
know.
TV, the movies and music are not hitting it like they used to be. They're not. They're not selling out. All the movies are bombing. All the music is trash. It's not selling.
Because the movies is like I don't know. They put all this money into making the movie. It's on the movie theater for 2 weeks and it's on Amazon Prime. I'm like, how do these people make their money? Where are they making the money from? Just like music.
That's why they're
You
trying to
don't
come
sell
back with these.
CDs anymore,
That's why they're
huh?
trying to come back with these sequels like Top Gun 2. They're trying to bring back all that old
Come
stuff back.
on. Tom Cruise is like 60 years old. I don't want to see Tom Cruise trying to fight a he's still in the army, or just supposed to retire like at 40 or 50. Like, get out of here. Get the F out of here. In the middle of history class, she would cry. That's crazy. Yeah, she loves those trashy topics and wants to have kids. Ain't that something? Nah, man. But it's the world's an ugly place. And I didn't really start seeing that, or it didn't really hit me till after I had my kid. I was like, oh my God. Because somebody told me that a long time ago. Like, why do you want to have children? Why do you want to bring them into this ugly world?
Hold up, you
And
grew up in the Bronx in the crack 80s and you just figuring out the world was an ugly place?
I was growing up in it, Irby. When you're in it, you don't see it like that. I loved my childhood. Crack and all. Crack, AIDS, Bronx, era, burnt down buildings. I loved it. I didn't know no better. And I didn't live in the hood. I wasn't starving. My lights were never cut out, nothing like that. But I lived in the area. I didn't see it like that. You're looking at what the crack era looked at from your eyes today. But back then when we were living in it, we didn't see that. I don't know. It didn't bother me. Ask Fulana.
Yeah,
Fulana used to have
you
fun coming
remind
to the
me,
city.
remind me of me growing up on the island and it being commonplace to see people that were tecatos, what we call
Yeah,
tecatos, which
the gatos. Yeah, we had them here too.
people that are addicted, walking around, having to watch out for them and making sure
No,
that
watching to see when they're gonna hit the floor, and they never hit the floor. You like they're going down. They're going down. Like, whoop.
Oh, yeah. When their house passed out because they're in the middle, they just
Yes.
took a hit of something and they're passed out, and you see them and they're standing up and they look like they're about to keel over, and and they don't, or they're sitting down and they're halfway passed out, but they only lean one way, but they don't completely.
They never
tumble
fall
over.
down. They never hit the floor. They're close, but they never. The way they look in Philly now. That's how that's how those. It's not even tecates. What are they now? What are they doing in Philly? In Philly, they're on some fentanyl. Is that fentanyl?
They're on fentanyl or something.
Yeah.
Well, that I don't know anything about. I mean, because when I was growing up, it will be kind of like taking those that will do heroin and they will be
Right.
homeless, somewhat by choice.
Like when
And-
I was younger, the building that I lived in, we knew the homeless guy. I don't know if he was a drug addict, but they used to give him food. But he stunk like crazy. We had 2 entrances in our building, and he was at the back entrance. Yeah, because everybody should be like late at night when let's say if my father found parking on one side of the street, okay, we're gonna go in through there, and it was like, oh my god, I forgot what his name was, but even the homeless guy had a name. They used to give him coffee, they used to give him butter roll. Like he never starved. He just never took a shower or nothing, and he didn't have a place to stay, but he always ate. People in the buildings to feed him.
Yeah, and the thing is that people try to be nice to them, but that gives them the incentive to not change.
They don't change, but they weren't aggressive. That's heroin. Whites and PRs in New York City are the ones that you see sleeping instead. But yeah, it was a different time, Irby. And that's why I used to say, I said, we used to know who the homeless people were. We knew who the drug addicts were. And I don't know, you didn't have to worry about them attacking you and doing something. I wasn't afraid walking the streets when I was younger, like even in all of that.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No, I used to take the bus. How old was I? Like 13,
So-
going to your
so
house.
That was
So
an
New Jack
adventure, right?
City-
Yeah, that
New
was the
Jack-
best adventure. I used to skip
Exactly.
school,
That's exactly what it was like, Irby.
hop
That's
on the bus, get on the
exactly what it was
train, go to Morena's
So-
house,
So New,
eat
so
up her
New Jack
groceries.
City, New Jack City was exaggerating a little bit when they had when they had the vials of crack in the floor. And
all of that,
We saw all of that.
all of that. But it was like we were young enough for it to look like, I don't know, like it looked like the movies. It was like an adventure. It was like call it young and dumb, because we could
It
have got caught
was.
up in some shit.
Remember the gypsy cabs?
I was just thinking about that where
So
we
much
went.
fun.
Yeah, it was.
We definitely lived.
it did look there like fun because that's when hip hop was starting. Yeah, I was in the parks.
No,
Well, when hip hop was
I
starting
was
out,
still very young. I wasn't in the parks.
they were using
was
hip
like-
hop to basically talk about what was going on. If
What's
you
going
ever
on,
heard
yeah,
that
but when they were talking about that, I still wasn't old enough to be outside hanging out the way me and Fulana were. I still wasn't old enough to do that. But we're talking the 80s, Irby,
Mhm.
mid to late 80s. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I have heard because obviously I'm not from there, but I have heard about how New York used to be back in the 80s, and
Mhm.
it's been cleaned up a lot since then. You guys can tell me about that. From what I understand, that's basically what it was.
What's been cleaned up is like, the you don't see the burnt down buildings anymore and things like that. But it's more ghetto now than it was before.
There's no graffiti on the walls.
Even with the graffiti and all that, it's more ghetto now than it was before. I don't know if you understand that. It's
I don't. I'm gonna need you to explain that to me. How can it be more ghetto?
and like I said, maybe just like what I was telling Irby, I grew up in it.
Oh.
So I felt safe. I felt comfortable. By the time I turned 18, 19, I was ready to leave the city. It was taking a turn that I didn't like. That's when I started I crossed the bridge. I started going to the suburbs. I like the suburbs. I like that atmosphere more. It was safer. It was more comfortable. I saw houses, and it was the suburbs.
Let me ask you something. Was you like old enough to hear about the Dambada accusations?
I remember the Zulu Nation, like they used to go through different blocks and stuff, and I remember seeing them. They used to come there used to be a gang of them, like And I was young. Like I said, I wasn't allowed to hang out past 9 o'clock at night. I don't even think I was allowed to stay out till 9 o'clock at night. But I used to see them. I didn't know who headed the Zulu Nation, but I used to see. I was able to tell that they were part of it by they used to wear these beads and stuff.
They used to be downtown all the time. Remember?
No, those are the Israelites.
Oh, those are Israelites. My bad.
Yeah, the Muslims and the Israelites. The Zulu Nation were, to me, they were like gangs. What she said. I'm terrified of crackheads. They're unpredictable. That's her. Okay. Am I behind on? Okay. The last time I was in New York City was
I know-
27.
Me or crackheads don't die anymore.
I know Fulano was breakdancing back in the day.
I'm just surprised that
I was.
to become crackheads. Breakdancing.
I was rapping and all. Get me started
Did
now.
you were spinning on your head and all?
I still can
Well,
shoot a
stop
few
it.
bars here and there, you know.
Yeah, a lot of.
You were spinning on
No.
your back on a piece of cardboard. They
No.
used to do.
My brother and
I used to see them,
do that.
and that's nostalgic for me because I remember seeing kids doing that, and that was like a big deal.
Yeah,
I saw
you
that
know,
when I was in
where I grew
elementary
up
school
in
back
the
home.
other town over there when I was a kid, they used to all do it on the street.
Yeah, I remember that. So
I
that
was
was a
not in
girl.
elementary
Why would
school.
she be breakdancing in the street? You saw that more in
Oh,
the Bronx.
they had I see they had beat girls back then, but it wasn't that much of them.
No, but they were
I
down
was
with the
jumping
guys. That were
double
actually-
dutch.
I never really learned. No, I was double handed. That's why I never
You
played.
didn't do
Hey,
double
you can't
dutch?
double handed, huh?
You didn't do double dutch?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope. I wasn't coordinated enough for double dutch. Turning the rope or jumping in. I'm serious.
well, my sister was better than me though. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
yeah?
because she's a lefty.
They always said I was double handed. There are a lot more people living in the community, so it looks worse. Before we had a lot of white businesses, and now everything is Hispanic. Yeah, they used to be. Yeah, they used to have a.
Well, I love white people, man.
They usually leave. No, when they see too many of us, they'll leave. But they got their little sections there. But yeah, Washington Heights in the 80s. Well, the whole.
But and those people that
Manhattan
had
turned during
and
the
those
80s.
white businesses were like the Jew was like the J people.
The J people, the Irish people, the Greek people. Where I lived at in the Bronx, it was a bunch of J people, and then when we started moving in, they started moving out. There was one lady that stayed there until she died. But that building was full of Puerto
We know
Ricans.
them people make me sick.
Yeah. So
I live
that's what they
amongst
started
them.
going to the state.
Yeah.
Y'all hear that music?
Oh, you work amongst them.
Who, me? I work and live
Let me
amongst
see.
them. Well, hell, we all work for
Yeah.
them. Ugh.
Well, nobody's talking about this lady anymore. Let me show you this video because this scared the crap out of me. Okay, I got the fair use on. Okay, so fair use.
Serve a just God, and I rest easy in knowing that He's sovereign, but He's just. And so let the Lord handle that.
Would Charlie have forgiven his killer?
He's in heaven.
When they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? No, at this point, it's what the conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Look, stop in the name of God.
Amen.
Okay.
You
You
look
really
creepy
poking
as
the
hell.
bear tonight. You really poking the bear tonight.
Yeah, she's very-
You really poking the bear tonight.
yeah, she's scary. And the thing is that she's a very good actress, and a lot of dirt is coming out from her because she tries to paint herself as her being very saint-like, but
Mm-hmm.
recent past came out of all the other boyfriends that she had,
Mm-hmm.
that she had, and how. And if you look into the timeline after what happened with Charlie Kirk happened, it was like what, 48 hours, 72 hours later, she was sitting up in podcasts, laughing it up, and there was this private. It was kind of like an intranet Zoom call that got leaked out. It was in the same week after as to what happened with Charlie Kirk, and she was kind of like laughing and not being very worried, and she didn't seem distraught about what happened with her husband, and it's all kind of like very fake. And you see her when she's supposed to be crying, she was always drying the same eye, the same dry eye, crying a lot without tears. And it's all very fake, and everybody, she's been called out everywhere about it. Like it's not for real, and she's grifting, making a lot of money out of it, out of the incident. So you can look all of this up. I mean, there is a whole timeline of this. So from a few years ago, when she was doing dating shows, and getting together with boyfriends. There are pictures online that you can look it up, and so it's not. There is no secret to it that she wasn't that sad, and the whole thing about if you look up the so-called funeral, it looked more like an episode of like WWE Raw, and they were doing entrances with music and commentators and narration, like it was a sporting event, and there was even pyrotechnics and things like that. It was very staged. It was all a montage of things, and it was done very quickly because it was by the time
It looked like theater, political theater.
Exactly, political theater, and it was on that event where you see Erica hugging the so-called president. It was at that event. It had only happened like a few days after that. Like it was very prepared, very staged. It was like an event with pyrotechnics and dramatic entrances. Like you were about to see the Undertaker go into the ring or something like he used to do. So it wasn't like, no. I mean, she wasn't really that sad, and not real. It just wasn't real. It was very disconcerting, and it was very cringe. And how can I tell you? It wasn't like a funeral. And you can also look up when she was over Kirk's body. She was taking pictures for her Instagram or TikTok. Very inappropriate stuff.
Yeah, I don't believe a word she says about anything, and she's just I follow semi-close the dissection of this case, and the fact that she and high-ranking Turning Point USA leaders can't seem to get their facts straight, nor submit the surveillance they claim they did. It's definitely scary.
Yeah, because I remember during the incident, hey Denise, what's going on? The incident, there was a camera that was right behind Charlie Kirk, and there was somebody, I think, that with a cell phone filmed somebody who immediately went up after the incident, went up and grabbed the camera and took out kind of like what seemed like the chip, the memory chip. They took something out of the camera that apparently had all the footage. Make sure to take that out and take it.
But they showed it from so many angles, Ramon, that it looked like. For me, first it looked fake to me. That's what I'm trying to say, that we don't know if it's true because of AI and all that. Then they showed the bodyguards that was around him that was signaling somebody else. Then they said that the guy that was on the roof shot him, but it was impossible for him to disengage the gun. I think we talked about this, Ramon, because you knew about that. with the firearm and put it in the bag and run out of there and get out on time.
Because the loyalist FBI director, he kept saying different versions of the event. Like there was the guy who is still in custody, from what I understand. Supposedly he had a rifle that is used to hunt large animals with, and allegedly it was that 30-06 caliber that is something that you use to shoot down a bear. You don't use that to shoot down a person, because it will have taken his head off. And allegedly he fired the hunting rifle, and then supposedly he was able to disassemble the rifle, put it in a little backpack that couldn't have happened because of the long barrel that he had. And supposedly he made like 2 different changes of clothes in a matter of minutes or seconds. So there were all of these conflicting stories about that.
And that guy wasn't a professional. Like if he was a professional, if he was like a Navy SEAL or something, you could say, okay, I could see some James
like
Bond crap happening on over here. But
he came from a family of Navy SEALs, and he been shooting since he was 10 years old.
The guy that they claimed that did it?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't believe it.
I don't know.
Just like the guy that shot the president in the ear. What happened to him? We don't hear about him no more. What happened to him?
I think.
Oh, we talking about Mar-a-Lago?
When he was doing that event, wherever he was speaking at that speaking engagement he had, I forgot what city.
The first time, I think they killed the guy. I mean, they deleted the guy.
They did what?
No, I don't think so.
He got deleted.
The little kid on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
They deleted him.
He's gone.
Well, they say he deleted himself. Allegedly.
That's what I'm saying. It's so neat. Look how convenient that is.
Oh, very.
It's just too neat.
Just
like Epstein and him committing suicide. I was like, I never believed that he committed suicide. Now they're trying to allude that he's still alive. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why are you saying that now?
It wouldn't surprise me that he will be alive. It wouldn't surprise me, because I have been hearing about it for a long time. I have been hearing that he may be in the land formerly known as Canaan, if you know what I mean. I have been hearing about that for a long time. So it wouldn't surprise me that he will be alive and well.
I never believed. That was too easy. That was too convenient for him to commit. So why would he want to commit suicide if he had money to think he would have he would have got out at some point?
No, and the thing is when it comes to the school, the university where the incident happened, they tore up all the grass where they did the event, basically destroying a scene of a crime. They tore up all the grass and they put new grass on top of it, and something that basically it went against how things work with investigations. That they basically destroyed a crime scene. You can look it up. You can look up the area of the school where they did where they were doing the event, and after the incident happened, all the grass, whether maybe there was concrete,
just redid it,
but all of that got tore up and redone.
That's crazy. So if you have to go back to review something or research it, you can't, because they covered. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's higher ups that did that. That's beyond our pay grade. Like,
yeah.
And Turning Point is what? Is $1 billion movement? It's a lot of money, right? Is this the same chaos that happened to the Dems with the progressive movement? They got bought and threatened, and look at them today. Further funding, and can't even bring up the minimum wage. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, because that's not they don't care. That's not their intention. They don't, and then they're jerking us with our emotions with, overseas in an Arab country and what the small hats are doing over there, then what's happening over here. And, they just, with with the migrants, and they just pulling us in all these freaking directions, and they know that it's like brain overload. They're trying to overload our brain with all this crap.
Yeah, that's what's overwhelm us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that said, Titi, thanks for having me. I have
Of course.
I have to take my leave, so hopefully we can talk again.
Thank you so much for stopping by and offering your opinions on Bad Bunny and all this other stuff going on over here.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I hope to do this again. And
I'm gonna try because I'm gonna get my money's worth. Listen,
all right,
that's like Solana. Come back, say what you want, girl. This is what this is for,
girl.
This is what this is for. I'm telling you.
All right.
We can spice it up.
You guys take care.
Thank you, Ramon.
All right,
you have a good
Ramon.
evening.
You too.
All right, peace.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. It's cold by you, Modena?
No, girl. Today was damn near 80.
Damn.
We had that cold front one. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yo, it was so cold because you know the houses here, they're not built for that cold. So no matter how high you put the heat on, you still. I had to buy little heaters and stuff.
It went back from being hot here over here.
Yeah, here too. We were in the 80s almost today.
Yeah, we
So,
was
it
in
wasn't
the
cold.
30s today. It was great. Felt like the 80s.
Oh.
Because last week was brutal.
But yeah, you know, we talk about all these things. I do little videos and stuff because it's like sensationalism, but I feel like we're all being played anyway. This is the world is
the worst game in life.
Playground, and we're just in it, huh?
I be loving the short. I be liking the shorts.
What'd you say, Fulana?
It's the worst game in life.
Yeah, it is. It is. What'd you say, Irby?
So I be liking them shorts you be making.
I know it seems like you're the only one that ever sees them, though. But they're funny, right? I mean, it's not that it's funny. It's the way I try to put it together because, like I said, it's sensationalism. It's like sometimes you're like, damn, am I in a movie? Like, is this real? Like, Megan, right? When she was talking about, oh my God, and nobody spoke English, and it's only 30 million of them, but the other 304. I'm like, why is she so bent out of shape?
You see the lady from Housewives in New York or whatever?
Oh, that's where she's from? I was like, who is that?
No, the Housewives. Oh, you saw her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said she was off the show. They put her back on the show, and now they told her she's not coming back to the show.
That's good. That's what I'm trying to say. So at least like these networks and stuff are taking it a little bit more seriously. Like I thought the Super Bowl was going to end up changing who was going to headline the halftime because of all the controversy that we're getting for it. Like I thought there was going to be somebody who was going to be able to twist their arm and say, "Hey, you can't do that." So the fact that they were able to do it,
I'm sure somebody probably did try to do it.
Yeah.
But all this is a distraction. It's
Yeah, and it's those higher ups that play those games. That's what I'm trying to say.
Like, let them have it, but let's complain about it. You know what I'm saying?
TT and Fulana, let me ask you this quick. Don't you think the American people is partly to blame because they keep electing the same trash over and over and over and over again?
Absolutely. There's no unity.
I don't believe our vote really counts. That's why, when people get passionate about voting, I'm just like, they can whoever they want in that seat is going to go to that seat. Whether I vote,
it's the same people everywhere. It's the same Republican, Democrat party, gang politics all the time.
It's their stage, and whether it's the little pawns playing and thinking that we have some sort of power to do something. I think that they give us this illusion of it, and things are going to happen the way they want it to happen anyway. I just think that it's worse now because of social media. We get to see it, like we're seeing now what's going on with the files and the president and all that. Before that, it was like when I think, was it Clinton or was it the Bushes, when Oliver North was on trial for some crap he was doing, and I wasn't really paying attention to it because I was younger. I didn't give 3 fucks about politics back then. Like, you understand what I'm saying? There was so much going on then during Reagan with Reaganomics and Clinton when he put in the who did the RICO thing. Like there was so much going on when I was younger that I wasn't really paying attention to because it wasn't really put out there like that. Like you had to watch the news to know what was going on. You had to really be
your best teen life. He was a teenager in the 80s, right?
teenager, and then by the late 80s, I was going into my 20s, or the 90s, I was going into my 20s. So it's like, Irby, nobody was paying attention to that. You had to
pay attention to this shit when I was a teenager.
Yeah, but let's say if you're a teenager now, you'll know some things because everything's on social media. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing was on social media before. You know, I didn't start watching the news till I was like in my 30s. I didn't watch the news. What the fuck? I wanted to see it for the weather. I wanted to know what the weather was like. I didn't have my cell phone to go check the weather.
They ain't make you watch that in school. Remember they used to roll that TV out, make us watch I forgot.
Yeah,
what it was called.
when I had like for a government class or something in high school, but
no, what was that shit called? They used to make us watch it.
They used to make us watch movies. It used to be just movies.
Yeah,
it's gonna cut. No, we didn't watch movies, Irby. We watched stuff about history and politics, and I can't remember.
History, politics, not so much. I didn't.
We had to take a test after we watched it.
Oh no,
I can't remember what it was. That was here in Jersey, you know.
Yeah, I did it. No. I wasn't interested in it. Like I remember at one point somebody I had to ask like who's the president now, and I think that's when Clinton became president. I didn't know that he got elected.
If I had to take a citizen's test, I ain't passing.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like we didn't focus on that.
It's kind of all this is to kind of make you kind of stressed out. So I try to not pay attention too much of it.
I pay attention to it,
but I can't all the time. It's sad.
Fulana's more passionate about it.
Because I see it in real life with people. It happens to people in my life in real life. It happens, when I'm at work and, we got hard workers there working their way to get their paperwork and they have a social security card but they're not residents yet and they're working, they're following the directions and then they go to their appointment and they get taken and we're like, what the hell happened? And then not only they get taken, they're not even in New Jersey. They down in Florida now. God knows where they are now, because every couple of days or weeks we hear something different.
They in Florida. They fucked.
I know. I mean, it's nothing I can do, man. Then you got those crazy Cubans down there in Florida by you.
I don't know. It's just there's so much going on, It's a lot.
It's chaotic.
It's a lot.
It's all chaotic and it's all distraction.
And I have ADHD. I have anxiety issues. So it's like I have to take in doses what I'm willing to let it, raise my blood pressure, get me to a point where I'm really like upset about it. And like I said, it's just so much coming at the same time that it's like, all right, I have to pick and choose. Like today, what I'm going to be all excited about, because every time you turn around, it's something new. And like I said, this thing with the files, they're playing games with it. They are literally playing games. We're just sitting there watching, like, we want to see the files. We want to see the files. They're just playing games. The lady that sat there and talked about how many thousands of times his name was in there, it's like, you're putting it out there, nothing happens. 30 years ago, the person would have been locked up, right? They would have locked him up. He would have went to trial. Well, no, I don't want to say that, because even Woody Allen didn't get locked up, right? He was one that was out there. Do you remember about Woody Allen?
He's disgusting. He's disgusting.
Yeah, but we was young. I think we're her age, or she's your age. That the girl that he married, right? The little girl, the one that he adopted.
The girl that he adopted.
Yeah.
She's Fulana's age.
She was young back then. That happened in the 80s.
Hold on.
That happened in the 80s. Irby's trying to figure out our ages. Aren't you not listening to Irby? He's throwing crack out there.
I am trying to figure my age, Irby. I'm damn good at my age.
All we want you to do, Irby, is camera.
Huh?
All we want you to do is camera. All we want you to do is camera.
That probably happen in the future.
Okay.
In the near future, I'll probably come up.
But yeah, it's just it's on overload. I think if I was younger, Fulana, if I didn't grow up in the times that we grew up in, this would have drove me like over the edge. I think I wouldn't have been able to take in all this information like that without it affecting me emotionally or mentally. That's how I feel. Had I not known what life was like before all this social media and before everything was in your face the way it is now, I think it would have fucked me up.
Yeah,
I really
I'm.
would have.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. And I was like, if I didn't have the mindset that I have, it would have did a lot to me. Like I had to, I don't know, I have to pick and choose what is it that I'm going to allow to affect me if I can
Okay.
control it.
I'm sorry to go backwards, but I had to go
Oh
back.
no, go
They
ahead.
used to
Go ahead.
the test they used to. I had to Google this because I'm like, what was it called? It was called The World, and it was an educational show, often featured videos and segment followed by classroom decisions and quizzes. And it was like, I remember it being about like what was going on in the world
I
at
didn't
the
have that.
time.
Mm-mm.
They used to do that to us. I remember that. I
I
used to
remember the
hate it.
TVs and they used to roll it out for whatever we had to do
Yeah,
that
they used to
day.
play this little
It
skit
wasn't,
and then they used to have a discussion after.
but no, it wasn't always that. It would be like a movie, like Irby said. It might be a movie we're gonna watch something. And, we get to go to we had like a thing in the school where was able to buy snacks. And on third period or no, fifth period, you're gonna go whatever movie they're gonna put in there and whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's what they'll be showing. Some Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman type of movie.
Well, maybe
Like
they,
some
they
history.
probably did something like that. Maybe they did, but it wasn't nothing. I don't know. Maybe I just don't remember.
I
I
guess it
just
was
don't.
different by state because it's weird.
We didn't have it. Oh, excuse me. Do I have another video? Let me see if I have another video to show you guys. I miss doing this. I'll show Charlie. Oh, this one is funny. So we could put a little light. I mean, it's dumb, but we could put a little light humor here. So we're gonna fair use this one too, because this. I think this is TMZ, but we're just gonna use this for review this for commentary. So copyright disclaimer, people. Let me play the first. It's two videos. Let me play the first one.
Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake.
Now let me play the second one before you start talking.
This way he was sitting before we got him out
Damn it! I kept hitting the wrong banner.
I saw that and I was like, where were they all flying to that they just happened to be on the same flight?
It
At
was
least they were
Dubai.
in first class. I said at least they were in first class, right?
Well, not Ja Rule anymore. Where did they put him?
Well, I think he came off the plane, but it's like they had to know who sat them like that. That's why I think it was staged. That's what I'm trying to say. That this whole social media thing to me is like, come on, like what am I gonna take seriously today? Fulana, what are the chances that they all were on the same flight and sat around each other at the
Well,
same time?
they were in first class. There's only a couple seats. It's not like they were in the back of the plane. They could be like
Mm-hmm.
30 rows apart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like anything's possible. But that's why I said, where were they going? Were they going to the same event? And they were both flying
Exactly.
out of New York
Let's
or
say it was
wherever they're
Super Bowl
flying out
weekend.
of. Like,
That's
what
what
the
I'm saying.
hell
That
was
was too
that?
much of a coincidence.
Let's say it was like Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah,
It
but
was
they
coming
were
from
they
somewhere.
all.
Oh,
That
they
was
were
too
going
much
to
of a
Super
coincidence.
Bowl?
Yeah, that's where they say it was coming from. These two
It just
ninjas,
sounds like too much of a coincidence.
these two old ninjas need to get over it.
Three old because I don't even know who the third guy was. That's why I was like, who are these? I mean, come on, they're too old for that. Like that would have been a funny fight. That would have been a funny fight if anything.
But Ja Rule looked like the loser as always.
Yeah, but I didn't get to upload that because I was looking for one that I wouldn't get in trouble for. But he said it. He was like, I walked out of there when they didn't do nothing. I'm like, they're not gonna do nothing. But
2020. First of all, fighting is a federal charge.
I'm playing, yes.
And 2026, he still letting 50 get in under his skin. Well, it wasn't even 50. It was Tony Ayo in them.
They said that they inherited the beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because remember, 50 Cent is a big troll. So had they done nothing, he would have trolled them. So I guess they felt compelled to have to say
I
something.
get why Tony Ayo, but the guy Uncle Murder, he wasn't even part of the history. Yeah, he's the one who started it with Ja Rule. He like, nigga, you're not even part of that history.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing to do with it. And I'm reading now, they were coming from the West Coast going to the East Coast. So they were flying to New York. That's what happened. So Ja Rule lives out here. So
Yes.
They said, according to the reports, a pillow was thrown during the dispute, leading to both parties being briefly removed from the plane. But I
Wait a
guess
minute.
those two got back on, or I don't know what happened to Ja Rule after that.
Yeah, because the Uncle Murder dude said he was sitting in Ja Rule's seat.
Yeah, so they either moved him or put him on a separate flight.
That was so dumb. And see, we're not talking about Nicki Minaj anymore. That's what I'm saying. So now everything died down. Now we're on to the next thing. That's what I'm trying to say, Flan. It's like by the time I get caught up in one thing, whoop, something else is coming up. So I can't even focus on one thing. I'm telling you, I got ADHD. If this would have all been going on when I was a kid,
I'm not gonna let that other one go. So
which one?
I don't care about no Nicki Minaj. Whatever she wants.
No, I know. The more serious stuff. I'm just saying this is how they throw all that crap at us.
Yeah, they
the
throw
nurse
it
that
out
got
there
shot.
and they distract. But a lot of people aren't gonna allow that. They're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, but then they're gonna say, "But let's not forget." You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, I don't know. I think the smoke screen is so that they have time to do what they're gonna do. So it's like, okay, now we're gonna introduce it to the public like this. You know, like I feel like that's what they're doing everything that they're doing for. They're buying themselves time. Because come on, like again, I guess maybe I didn't notice when I was younger, but it's like every week something comes out. Like clockwork, every week something different is gonna come out.
Maybe because it's technology now. You got technology, so things are a little faster.
People can record it and just
Everything's in
put
the
it out
power of your
there.
hand. You don't have to wait for the 5 o'clock news, the 7 o'clock news, the 10 o'clock news. Everything's in the power of your hand all day long. And now you're getting it from not just the channels that we had back then to watch the news. Now you're getting it from independent journalists. You're getting it from social media influencers. You're getting it from CNN. You're getting it from everyone's opinion.
Like that video
And
I
it's
just
all
showed,
coming
Flan?
over fast.
That video I just showed, that angle, only TMZ got it. And I'm like, I know TMZ wasn't on the plane.
Well, because people sell those to TMZ
Exactly,
for money.
yeah, exclusively. So I'm just like, wow. Right. So no, I can't find that in any other outlet because TMZ owns those particular stocks. Like,
correct. They paid for it.
That's crazy. That's
the way of the world now. People put their cameras up before they'll stop a fight or somebody getting beating the shit out of them.
It's like I was telling you in the previous stream how yesterday they were talking about us young people are flashy. I'm like, no, y'all were flashy back then. That's why I brought up Frank Lucas. The only difference is y'all had to wait for Ebony and Jet magazine. Y'all didn't have Instagram.
Dude, you're going way before us, Frank Lucas. 65 years old. Herbie's really trying to figure out our age. Well, he's making us our parents' age.
Frank Lucas. Herbie's talking about his parents.
Huh?
Talking about his parents.
No, Frank Lucas and Ebony and Jet. You had to wait for Ebony and Jet. No, man. What were the magazines we used to watch with all the LL Cool J and New Edition? I forgot what the name of those magazines were. Something Beat, Teen Beat, Tiger Beat, something like that. Herbie, come on. Now Herbie's looking it up, see how old that is. Ebony and Jet. Nah. Shit.
Pardon me. It was the thing is the internet changed things now. You got the phone in your
hand. It's more in your face, and it's desensitizing us. That's what I'm trying to say. And with the AI and stuff, we don't know what we're looking at. But like the first thing that I saw that I was like in shock that I was seeing, and I'm like, is that real? This can't be real because somebody can't be holding their phone and I'm watching this happen. Was George Floyd. I saw George Floyd die in real time, like on somebody's cell phone.
See, they say police brutality always existed back then. It was until they saw Rodney King, and then now you saw.
I saw Rodney King, right? But Rodney King, that's when people had camcorders, and that wasn't as clear as a cell phone. Like I saw George Floyd's eyes. I saw everything, like up close.
I saw Charlie Kirk.
What's his name? Yeah, that too, but it still seemed fake. The way it happened, that seemed so fake to me.
I know that was so.
I don't
crazy.
know. But you was talking about what's his name with the cops in California, Rodney King, right? Yeah. You saw how far that was, though, Herbie.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell who that was. You couldn't see the cops' faces. You just saw him go. You saw the cops what they were doing, but you couldn't clearly identify them.
No,
But with
I
George
think that's why
Floyd,
they
you saw
probably,
his face. You saw the cop what
I
he
think
was
that's
doing.
why
You
they
saw the
probably,
cop looking at the person that was recording him, like, yeah, like I got, huh?
I think that's why they probably got away with it because it looked at like a group of people. When I looked at the documentaries, the history, it looked like yeah, there's a group of cops beating up on him, but which one was doing it worse, sir?
They always said that he was corrupt, right? They always said that they were corrupt, but it's like, but you couldn't see it. You couldn't see who it was. Just like O.J. Simpson when the cops were tailing O.J. Simpson, all we saw was the car here driving. Like, that's as close as we got to like a social media type thing, and we were watching that from a distance. But now you see everything close up. They had a video of a dude on the train today. Was it today? Or just on the train, period. And the guy was yelling at him. It was a white guy, and they said it was was it Metro North train? It's a New York train. And the white guy's back was he was against the doors, and the black guy was yelling at him. He seemed like he was a little crazy. And then he said, What you gonna do? I should do da-da-da. And the guy kept putting his hand back behind his back like he had a gun. And then the guy was like, What, you got a gun? You got a gun? Irby jumped off. And then he grabbed it and then he kind of pulled it out. And then the guy was like, What, you gonna shoot me? You gonna shoot me? And I was like, Oh my God, am I gonna see like another killing like right in front? You know what I'm saying?
Is this
It's
the one
like
that
too
was in the
much.
park?
No, this was in the train. And the
Oh.
train was moving and the
I
people
saw
were just
that.
looking
I
like
saw that. I saw that. He was an undercover, wasn't he?
it was a white guy. Yeah, and then they was like he couldn't have been a cop the way he pulled out his gun like that. They said a cop would have never did that in a train while the train is moving. He would have never done that. He wouldn't have pulled out his gun with all those people there. He could have shot somebody else like this.
He's a
I was like,
mad
that
cop.
reminded me of Bernard Getz. Oh, Irby needs to get back on the panel. You remember who Bernard Getz is?
No, I would have to Google
We was
that.
young when that came out. Bernard Getz was this small hat guy who was on the train late at night, and supposedly these 3 black kids were trying to rob him. And he pulled out a gun and he shot both. He shot 2 kids. It was really big in the early 80s. This made the headlines. And they like to see it because if we saw that, we would have known. Like the guy that you said you saw the video looked like, yeah, the guy was acting crazy. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been fearing maybe for his life or nothing, but
right.
Why are you antagonizing him with that gun? And then somebody in the comments said the worse than having a gun is somebody who's scared and has a gun. Like, if he's scared or something, because he's just gonna get up and he's just gonna shoot somebody. Like, I don't know. It was it's crazy what's going on today. So I feel you in what you're saying, and that's what I'm saying. I want you to say it. Don't get upset with what people say, because everybody has their opinion.
I say I'm not upset at all. I just laugh because this ignorance behind everybody's reaction and stuff is.
Oh no, of course. Well, and remember, we're on the internet, so
Yeah, and you can act like you don't care, but in real life, you suffering.
Come
on.
It's a lot.
If you live in these neighborhoods out here, and you going outside and you see what's going on with people, and I mean, just let's talk about the people that you already took food stamps, Medicaid, and stuff from, and social SSI from.
Right.
It's stuff like that that's really going on in real life, and it really, it's sad because you think about it. It's like, so a disabled person was on SSI all this time because you deemed them disabled, and then just out of nowhere, because of policies and you want to make cuts, you figure, oh, this person's old, let them just die out because we're not going to give them Medicaid and they're not going to have access to medicine, and we're not going to give them food stamps, and we're going to hope that they starve, and we're not going to get them an income, so they're not going to have anywhere to live. They'll probably end up in the state's hand, and we'll kill them anyway. You know what I mean? That type of
That's
deal.
what I'm saying. That's the game they play. That's exactly what I mean.
The game they're playing, and that's what upsets me, and that fuels me because it's happening here.
Right.
So it's like, now I got to take a day off to go take people to go take care of business, and I got to write letters saying that I helped take care of people because of this situation and things like that. It's a lot. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then citizenship crap and things like that. It's happening. It really is. It's just like COVID. If you didn't get sick, it didn't affect you. You know what I'm saying? If no one died close to you, it didn't affect you. You got your stimulus and you were happy.
Right.
But when when it hits home, you're like, wait a minute. No, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Shit. I don't want COVID. I don't want none of that shit. That shit affects me. It affects me.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna text.
I'm a
This
little
has
bit
been
of
a,
a jerk, but I do care about people and shit like that affects me.
We know you
I'm a
do.
TT. I'm gonna step down. Fulana, I'm gonna step down for a second. It's been a great stream. Nice to hear from you. Nice hearing your voice, Fulana.
Where you going to bed?
You know I
He's
gotta
going
get
on
something
another
else.
screen.
You know what, Irby? Since you love my voice so much, I'm gonna start sending you video messages instead.
Wow.
I'm sorry, not
Yes,
video,
thank you, Irby.
audio messages.
Where on,
Thank
on
you so
IG?
much. Thank
On
you so.
IG?
Yeah, he was like video. Ooh, I'm gonna get video.
He's like, yes.
No, but yeah, thank you for stopping by, Irby. It's always appreciated. I'm glad. I'm happy that you're always supporting me. So
And Fulana, just in case TT don't have a channel, you're always welcome on my channel.
you won't have a channel either after she gets on your shit and starts spilling her
Wait,
spill.
Irby, what would we talk about?
Anything, long as the audience don't get mad.
Fuck the audience. Who
And
cares?
they will be mad.
Who cares about the audience? I'm mad at
Irby, get
I'm the
her out of
audience
there.
right now to the government, so I'm mad, and they don't care. Just like they don't, the audience will be fine. They still listen. But look what happened with Bad
I mean,
Buddy's
that's what we're
numbers.
here for. That's what
Bad
we're
Buddy's
here
numbers were
for.
high because the haters were watching, so they can compete.
Exactly.
They should have put on Turning Point.
I swear it must have been less than 5 seconds. 5 seconds was too long. I know. I looked at it and I was like, "Oh hell
Girl,
no!"
I didn't even know where it was streaming. I
I
didn't
don't.
Google it.
I think it was on TikTok. I don't know. I saw it somewhere, and I was just like, "Nope, that's not for me."
I deleted my TikTok.
Why?
Girl.
People complain so much about TikTok. I'm just like, it's another outlet because I get bored after watching.
I loved it
YouTube.
when the Asians owned it.
Yeah, all right. I'll catch y'all. Good night.
Bye,
And
Irby.
Good night, Irby.
I will be hitting you on. I will be hitting you on IG, Fulana.
Okay. See you later.
Bye, Irby.
Irby gonna have some rumors in the streets. In the
YouTube
streets.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, hit the like and comment and subscribe to Moena.
Thank you, Irby.
Oh yeah, I
Hit
did.
the like,
I
comment, and
liked it.
subscribe. Thank you.
Yep.
He's a big supporter.
He is.
Thank you so much. You want me to kick you out, Irby? Because it seems like you
Irby's
can't get
in
out.
love with my avatar.
He sure is. Bye, Irby. Okay.
No sale el hombre.
My alarm clock is about to go off again. Let me see.
Is that your alarm clock to go to bed?
Sometimes if I'm awake, yeah, or if I want to upload a video.
I'm about to start my sleeping medication.
Oh man, if I do that, I'm not gonna end up going. That messes me up to go to work. I don't know how you do it,
girl.
It makes it worse.
You know what it is? That little girl downstairs. That's what wakes me up every morning, knowing I gotta get her to school. Because if it was up to the job, I'd be late every day.
Jesus,
I swear. I mean, I don't have to be there on time because I don't, punch a clock and people report to me. But
right.
if I ain't have to wake up and take that girl to school, I'll lay in my bed. Trust me, it's been plenty of times I'll be like, oh gosh, she lucky she gotta go to school. I'll be telling the job, y'all lucky Zoe has school today. I was like, I wasn't coming.
Crazy.
For real. You off Monday?
I took off Friday. I'm off Friday.
I'm taking off Friday because I gotta do something for my mother and them, but I'm off Monday too because of I don't know if I want to call it a holiday, but
Oh yeah, that's right. You're anti-GOVT.
But
it is taking the day off.
Day off.
Whatchamacallit? Let me play that Cuban guy. I mean, I try to make like
play it.
intro.
Let me see if I know who you're talking about.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna show his face. I try to do like a little intro, like a little short, so it looks very primitive and very average. But I like the music, so let me play it.
Play.
Wrong one. Hold on. That's scary bitch. I'm gonna have nightmares with her ass.
Exactly.
My bad. I'm sorry. You know, I had to throw that at the end in there. But tell me, what was that?
On that.
Oh, I could have done a lot better. But because remember, I was talking to you earlier, so I was trying to hurry up and do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you understand what the guy was saying?
Yeah, a little bit, but I can't repeat it now. I forgot. You know my ADHD. Wait, is this sundown?
Yeah, that's sundown.
I see the
Big
guns.
country is sundown.
I see the guns out.
Sundown, you came when we're about to shut it down too. I know the time difference is different for you, but it's 12. It's gonna be 12 o'clock my time and 1 o'clock Fulana. Fulana definitely hung out with me. I appreciate it, Fulana, because I know you was like, I'm gonna go to bed or I'm gonna be,
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do streams during the week though. This is not. I know I'm gonna pay for it later.
Everything's great, sundown. Look at his arm.
How are you? Oh,
I'm blind as hell, but I saw that arm.
In the morning, it's 7:52 in the morning. Shit. Yeah. But yeah, I like that song. So that's what they call it now. That's the genre, Fulana. Reparto.
Oh yeah, I've been around.
You've been listening?
The world
Okay.
and block.
Okay. And the guy,
What's a fun fact? Like, I didn't really know what reggaeton was when I was here, but when I went to Cuba that year, they were playing it there already, and I'm just like, I never heard this. Like, I don't listen to this. I listen to reggae. Like, you know how I am.
Right.
And they were playing it, and I'm like, this shit is dope. And then I came back home, and it was like playing on the radio in real life, and I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
You started paying attention to it.
I started playing yes, and then when I go back and and they play other music, and I'm like, okay, I get it, like, and then I come back and I'm like, yes,
Oh,
this is good stuff, and the way they dance is different. I love it.
Yeah. Well, this is a cute little genre they got going now. It's similar. It's not similar, but it's like I like what they have with the dembow in DR. Now they have the reparto in Cuba. I forgot what they call the one in Brazil. Have you seen Brazil?
I probably have.
It's so cute.
I like all that shit.
Yeah, it's so cute. So I wanted to do something with. I have a song.
They about to starve Cuba, man. This shit gonna be bad.
Oh, that's the video I couldn't find because I saved it, but I couldn't. Well, I thought I saved it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, but it said Mexico's going to bring them oil. It's going to be worse. Mexico's going to give them oil or something like that.
No, I think she said no now because the tariffs and what Trump is doing, he's controlling all of that. That's why he did that thing with the Venezuelan president. They want to take over Cuba and
make Cuba Hawaii.
A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people are going to die. And
that's what I'm trying to say, and that's what I mean, Fulana. It's a effing game. Do you hear me? And we're the ones that are suffering through it. We're the ones that gotta watch. We're the ones that gotta wait and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, how do you say that? No, I'm gonna put sanctions, and you can't do this because we want to topple their regime. So, even though they're starving their people, or they're doing whatever they're doing to them, we're gonna make it worse because we want in now. Like, how do you do that?
What happens?
How do you do that?
See what happens. It's crazy.
Oh, he's a drug dealer in his country, so we're gonna go take him down. We're gonna shoot down some ships. We're gonna take him down.
Okay, so how come somebody couldn't come get this man?
That's what I'm saying.
Come get this man. Come get him and his crew. Come get him.
They're all in on it. That's what I'm trying to
Okay,
say.
I've been wanting to hit this same thing because I'm on my phone and
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the thing, and then it says join the chat on the bottom. Like if I hit that, does it take me off the stage and put me into the chat?
Yeah, I think so. I've never seen that
Okay,
before. I don't know what
because
you're
I
talking
haven't been able to type in the chat.
No, not if you're on the not if you're on
StreamYard.
StreamYard from your cell phone. No. That's why
Okay.
I'm on my laptop on
Yeah.
StreamYard and I chat through my cell phone.
Well, I didn't want to go on my laptop because on my laptop I got a shared
Hmm.
YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you told me.
So
But
if I
I
log in there, you know.
yeah, I go through my laptop when I'm on StreamYard, or if I go join somebody's panel, I do it through my laptop and then I type from my cell phone. Because I can't see I can't. I don't know. Sometimes I can, and sometimes, well, no, through my cell phone I can't see I was never able to see the chat through my cell phone. People say they can. I've never been able to see it through my cell phone.
No, I can see the chat. I just can't type.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't remember. I haven't done
I
this
thought
for
I
long.
used to be able to. That's why I was like confused and I didn't want to hit it the whole night. I'm looking at
You
that.
have an iPhone, so maybe you can through the iPhone. But the thing is that it drains your battery when you're on StreamYard on your cell phone.
Oh, I'm on the charger. I'm at 100% the whole night.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you got to stay on your charger. Because if you don't, it's going to drain your battery.
Oh.
StreamYard drains your battery. That's inside there. Be careful on
All right.
the
Well,
state of the world is crazy. Yes,
it
it's
is.
to me it's more for the children. Like, people are not thinking about, forget the adults, right? Think about the kids. Do this for the kids, for the future, for the next generation. But
They
they
don't
don't
give a
do it
shit.
because they all quieren cagar in this generation. You understand what I'm saying? They don't care.
Yeah, they want to be
They're
able to
living for right now.
Look at Kris Jenner. Like, bitch, what you
Yeah,
do to
that's
your
what I'm trying to say.
face?
Like that.
Like, how you looking
They don't
younger
care.
than me? What happened? I need some of that money.
Girl, not even younger than you. What did you do? Period. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Fulana, this whole world is like, it's upside down. It's been flipped.
First, it was talking about Scientology. This is worse. This is crazy.
Well. You know, Scientology is still happening. So I'm wondering how much worse it got.
I'm wondering how much. This is why I need them files. I need them to open them files. I want to know them people in there too, because they crazy.
They're open. I went somewhere where I was able to see it. I was
but
just
you
not
can't see everything, and they retracted everything, and
that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like it's a
Lord,
game.
Father.
It's a game. It's a game. It's a game. And then that's when you talk about Puffy. That's why I'm like, come on, man. You know, people went down there. When I saw it, I was like, damn, people are really down there to go see. Well, some of them didn't even really see the trial. They were just out there for the excitement of it, you know. So it's like this is all relajo for. Nobody's taking nothing really serious. It's his real life, but we're just, caught up in the sensationalism of everything. So, you know, we have our opinions. We provide our opinions, but
they said 3.5 million pages of documents and 2,000 videos and 180,000 images related to Jeffrey
okay.
Epstein.
So for them to get that, there had to be a
lot of information.
For them to get that, they had to. Who was the informant?
No, that's what they.
Or how many informants did they have? So there was people, huh?
That's what they released so far.
Right, but who was gathering all this information?
Well, they had to remember they took over this man's house and put him in jail, and they had to take all the evidence from his house. They got access to his emails, that kind of stuff.
Somebody had to let them in on that.
I'm sorry?
Somebody had to let them in on that, or some people. It wasn't.
Well, when you get investigated, they take everything. When it comes to that type of investigation, look at them. Listen, I'll tell you the truth. There was a man at my job. The popo came to the job and was like, is this person here today? We're like, no. Next thing you know, hello. We had to give up the computers at work that they used and their cell phones.
Yeah, but okay, so
because they were interacting with a child.
Right, that's and somebody was watching them, right? And somebody was acting like that. That's what I'm saying. It's all like
it's on the internet. They just like you say, I can't say certain words because of censorship and all these things.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's on the internet. Whatever you type in here, Somebody's watching.
Of always.
Okay, so when you do stuff with people underage,
they're watching.
People monitor these things.
And that's what I'm trying to say, right? So they monitor these things, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So how
they
long
had to
did you
build
let
the
it
case.
go?
Obviously, there was a case to be built.
Right.
The
So
case
on
got
top of them,
crazy when these people in office were on the list. So now they have to scramble and figure out what they're gonna do.
but
Because
when
it's
I
gonna
say there was
take down the
informants,
whole
there were
government.
people who worked within the people who pressed charges on him that saw things that were happening.
Yeah,
And they had to
these girls
document
came
things that
out,
were
said what
happening.
they said who was there. Once you say who's there, they got to go interview who was there.
No. You're missing my point.
What's
Sometimes
your point?
they put plants in there. So there's plants that are acting like they're down with everything and they're watching everything go down.
Do you
And they
think
don't
he
just
built
watch
the
it one
seed?
time and then they report them and then they go lock them up. This could take months or even years. That's why the president claims that he was an informant. So you were sitting there watching it, informing that, you know.
If the president claims that this man was an informant, why were you
No,
there
he
giving
claims that
him?
he was an informant.
Oh, what? Girl,
He
I'm
said that he
done.
was working for the FBI or CIA, whatever it was, and that's what I'm starting to say. So even if that's the case, you still
You
had to
was an
see.
informant. You participated.
That's what
You
I'm
was an
trying to say. Either
informant.
you participated or you were observing. So either way, you had to. You understand what I'm saying, Florida?
Come on, you
You were seeing
participated
it anyway.
and it took this long. You had to do all these nasty things.
Yeah, so I'm trying to say that's how it works. That's how it works. Like when they had cops in there that
So why this
be
girl over there
undercovers with
eating
drug
3
dealers. They're
squares?
there doing drugs. They're selling
So why
drugs.
this girl locked up eating 3 squares and even has a dog?
That's the relajo they got us in. That's the BS.
Girl.
Come on, man. And then she's there pleading the fifth on everything. Then what you got her
Because
on camera for?
she's trying to
Asking
buy
her
her
questions if she's
clemency.
gonna plead the fifth. What you got her on camera for if she's gonna plead the fifth for everything you ask her for? What do we watch?
They knew that's what she was going in there to do. She ain't trying
Yeah,
to,
so why you wasting my time putting her on camera so we could all see her say I'm gonna plead the fifth? That makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. It's a freaking game. It's a game, and we're just here like talking about it and spectating about it and getting upset about it as we should. But it's like they're playing with us. They're
This
playing.
man's name is in there over 1 million times. They said
they're playing with us.
Over 1 million, 3 million files. He's in there over 1 million times. That's crazy work. I want to know who's reading this shit and not having nightmares. What's the FBI guy? Is his last name Patel or am I being
Patel?
racist?
No,
Girl.
Cash Patel.
Cash
is that
Patel can't even. He can't even see straight. Like what? Ma'am.
Leave my FAFO out.
He can't even see straight.
Oh, I found a video of him though too. That he was looking at it at
He's
real
sweating.
time.
They got something on him so hard. It's
because he knows that he's gonna take the fall. That's what I'm trying to say. From when they play games like that, like somebody's.
No, I'm just saying. I look at him all the time when he's speaking, and I say, who in his family that they said they gonna hurt or got hostage already?
You know the country that he comes from. That ring is real big over there too.
Well,
it's
there you go.
Huge over there. I saw a documentary on that years ago. It's huge over there, and Americans go there too.
What's your say on the lady? The I don't know her name. The newscaster where her mom is missing. Did the sister do it? What's going on with that?
The newscaster that her mom is missing?
Yeah.
Who's that?
The newscaster, the interview, I guess, a victim or something of the Epstein file. That now her mom is missing.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Heard that. I think I sent it to you.
Did you? I'm gonna have to look at it. Oh, I'm looking at my clock. That's something. My brain's about to shut down, Fulana.
All right.
Yeah, it's about to. Oh, you got a delay. Okay. It's about to shut down.
I had it on mute. I was coughing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to try to do this on the weekend because I'm like I can't. I'm trying not to stay up any longer. But I appreciate you, and I need you to come back so that we can keep talking about this and informing the public, and hearing everybody's opinion. And it'll be something new. We're gonna revisit that, but there's gonna be something new on the table, and we're gonna be talking about that first.
Oh, every day is something new. That's why I was like, "What are we talking about again today?" Because I've gotten over the bunny thing, but
Yeah, but I liked it. I liked the halftime show. I liked that it was focused on Hispanics, and I
Me
like it. And
too.
he had
I
a
like his
message.
message. I like,
Yeah.
someone was saying, why was Lady Gaga there? But you don't realize that he said, this is what y'all wanted. And he had an orchestra, and then he had a white girl with blonde hair. He
Oh,
sang
I
that.
didn't even realize that. I liked it because
Yeah,
she
he
sang the
said, esto
song
lo que
I liked in her.
querían. And then
Yeah.
he introduced her or whatever. This is what y'all wanted. Here y'all go. He gave the
See, I
white
missed
people
the
what they
whole part.
wanted. They gave them a white American girl, put her on stage.
And they
Yeah.
still wasn't happy.
When he announced all the country, he announced the Americas.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You see, he announced United States as part of that.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
because it's
course.
part of the Americas. That's what people forget.
Yeah. He
So he
was
did a good
inclusive. That's what I was trying
job.
to say. He was very inclusive. Yeah, he did.
He did a
He
good
did.
job.
He did.
But
And I've never been one to really listen to his music or anything like that. But like I said, there's one song I'm gonna tell you. I'll probably text it to you so I can tell you why it makes me feel the way I feel. But I think you already know. And I was like, oh wow, I never really listened to the words, that they kept playing it over and over and over again. I was like, oh shit. So it got me all wrapped up into it. But
oh geez,
yeah, Falana.
girl. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe next
Well,
week we'll
thank
talk
you.
about the dogs and the cats.
I'll get the video of somebody kicking the shit out of the fucking dog. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Since you took a long, are you going anywhere this weekend? Oh no, you said you said you was gonna do Friday.
No, I
Yeah,
have to take care of, people downstairs business on
yeah,
Friday. And
yeah,
then I ain't
yeah,
going
yeah.
nowhere. No, I don't have no play. What is this weekend? Oh, it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, man.
Wah, wah. Nobody cares about
Well,
that.
I'll be texting you to see what you're doing, see when I'm gonna go
Yeah.
live again. But
Yeah.
yeah, I appreciate you, Falana. Thanks for coming by
No
and
problemo.
spending it up with me here.
We will
And I
definitely
want to
chat.
thank, huh,
I
Papa?
said we'll definitely chat.
For sure. And I want to thank Big Country. Sundown finally made it, but didn't hit the panel. Lord that came, Tina that came, Blood Moon that came, Cuban Crisis, the strange guy, Rich Martinez, that I haven't seen in months. Thank you for stopping by, Irby, Introvert Boricua, who am I missing? Denise, Irby, Denise, Introvert Boricua, Delta One. Daniel, cut it off. You cut your camera on. Delta One. Who else came on? Daniel Berry Sports.
Tina, you said Tina.
Yes,
Ramones.
it's Ramon.
Oh, you know who I didn't see today? Jose.
Because I think Jose was live when I went live. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was live.
Oh.
I think he was live.
I was surprised. And again, no moon.
No, he goes on. I think he comes on every other day or something like that. He goes live frequently. I feel like I'm missing somebody. I said Lord. I said Cuban Crisis. Oh, I hate when I forget. Third Ward.
Third Ward.
Of
and whoever the stranger was.
Yeah, I mentioned him. I mentioned Strange.
Oh, okay.
Lord, Irby, Blood Moon. Yeah, I mentioned everybody.
Tony Hernandez.
Oh, Tony Hernandez. Yes. And I forgot him the last time. I believe I did too. So my bad, Tony. Thank you all for stopping by and listening to us rant a little bit and discuss the halftime show and those files again. And I know we'll be visiting the files because they're never going to really give us what we want. Maybe the next conversation will be, I don't know when the company.
That's why I said, I hope I live to see it because, girl, I know I ain't going to see the Princess Diana files. I don't know why they close these files. They're just protecting people.
You're going to bring her out too?
No, we'll be good and dead before that file opens.
Oh, you know what they stopped talking about? And I'm wondering if because they threatened her. The prime minister, is it the prime minister of France? The one that Candace Owens is saying that the wife is really a man, or I don't know.
Girl, believe? I don't know if that's true, but that's funny.
I believe it. I was watching hers and I went down that rabbit hole and I was like, oh, I think she's onto something. But then they threatened her and then she stopped talking about it. I don't think she's really talking about it anymore. I got to start watching her again, see what she's on. Yeah,
she better be careful.
That's what I'm saying. But she better be careful because she's talking the truth. The only time you gotta worry is
She
when
walking a
you
really thin line. I don't know what kind of
yeah,
protection she got, but she on a thin line. I don't really follow her or what she says, but the little snips that I see about it be like,
she's
holy
she's
crap.
brave. She's brave.
She is.
So I'm gonna shut it down.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else. Let me see. Do I want to close it out? Anything? No. Oh, I like this. No. I'm gonna get copyright for that. I'm gonna play that
Okay.
another day. It's a
Don't put the
James
crazy
Brown thing.
lady again.
I'm gonna delete her from this thing here because she is
She's the
still
mod.
gay.
She look
Did I play
crazy.
anybody? Yeah, I did. Did I play the Cardinal from New York? Did I play him? Did you see him?
No.
Yeah, I played him. Let me get off. Let me get off this thing. I'll keep
you
saying
talking
him.
about the new Cardinal?
The Cardinal from New York City.
Is he new?
The Cardinal. He's a Catholic priest.
Oh. Yeah. He's new though, right?
Yeah, he has to be new. I've never seen him before.
He
The
just
last
got
one I
sworn in
remember was
last week,
over
no?
20 years ago. I think so.
Yeah. Isn't he's younger?
Yeah, he is. He is. And he speaks Spanish. Of course, because
Yeah.
he's in New York City. Which people don't want to admit that. They don't speak Russian. They don't speak Italian. They don't speak German, but they speak Spanish.
Lord Jesus.
I love telling people that. I said I was going to be on for an hour, and it's 3 hours
I
and 15
know.
minutes. So,
All right.
Fulani, thank you. Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. It's been real. Until next time. See ya. Good night, Fulana.
Bye.
I'm going to kick you out. Let me see. I'm going to kick you out. Here we go. Boop. Good night, everyone.